Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Talking Pluribus, Phil's recap and review, Episode 3, Grenade. And the one thing I will say right off the bat, no matter what, even though this episode was called Grenade, and I appreciate this episode, I love this episode, but I will never, ever, ever ask for a grenade. That's not me, because I am the type of person, I'll drop that thing. I would have done exactly what Carol did in that situation. I would have messed it up. I wouldn't have thought that thing was real. Wow, what an episode. What a series. It is great to have Vince back, and it's great to be back to talk to you guys for another week. Thank you so much for everyone that checked out the podcast this week, both on YouTube and on the audio podcast stuff. And if you haven't already, and you're watching this or listening to this, make sure you either give us some feedback, some ratings, or hit a thumbs up or do some crap, whatever the hell you need to do. But tonight we're going to be breaking down this episode. You got me alone right now, but Joe Dirtylocks is got a late start and is watching the episode as we speak. And I had some thoughts about Joe and Carol. There's some similarities there about how Joe might be in this world. But we'll get into that when Joe gets here. But wow. Now, this episode and this show, it's 3 episodes in, so I hesitate to kind of say what this show is about, but in some ways, it lulls you into a sense of security at times. It makes you, it blinds you with block comedy and Carol's wise-ass nature, and then it just quickly throws a hand grenade in the mix and blows up people. I really enjoyed so much of tonight's episode. It was really, it just felt like we're getting going, and the whole thing just feels like we're floating through this season. And I cannot wait to the next episode. I see my only complaint tonight was that I didn't get 2 episodes. I was used to getting 2 episodes. And I'll also touch in a little bit about the end of episode 2, because we didn't get a chance to do that because of the Apple crash. But no Apple crash tonight. Apple held it together, mother friggers. But I'm not alone tonight. Of course, I have the live chat with me, and I have the voicemail and phone lines open if you want to call on in and share your thoughts. And that goes for you guys that are listening to this podcast as well much later. If you're listening to it and you want to get your voice in, you can call in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 781-990-8509. If I don't answer, wake my ass up. No, just leave a voicemail or a text. And if calling is impossible, depending on where you are, if you're hanging out on the North Pole looking at the Aurora Borealis or something like that, in an ice bed in Norway or wherever the hell you are, you can email me at TheIssuesGuy@gmail.com. Email your audio clips or messages for questions or comments, and I will read them on the next damn show. But of course, as I said, I'm not alone. Let's look in the live mother-grabbing chat here. Let me push this up. Oh, here I am. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. We got John Haymaker. We got Mark A. Houston. We got Mr. Hemorrhoids Hurts. We got OW. We got Jim. We find out that, we're going to get into that in a second here. That's one of the main things I want to talk about here too. Jim, we find out that the other dude, the dude from Paraguay, Manos, is that his name? I'm going to screw up names. I'm going to say this dude, that dude, whatever, until we figure out who these people. He is the counterpart of Carol, right? And the fact that Carol was rude to him is just going to almost inspire him. The fact that she called him back to curse him out after he cursed her out, instead of just being all happy, whatever. He's gonna get on a plane and fly and go see her. I would be surprised if he doesn't show up in the next episode. Great to see Mr. Hertz in the live chat. Mark A. Houston, I'm trusting this process because 3 episodes in, I'm already hooked. It doesn't mean we're not gonna have Joe coming in here and whipping it out and taking his Joe stuff all over everything, but it does mean that I'm so hooked in little minor things. I know they're not minor, but just seeing the camera angles that, again, like some of the things, like when Carol went into what was the place called? The Whole Foods place, whatever it was, the health food store. And she goes and gets the cart, the camera angle over the cart. It's so small. It's such a little thing, but I think it just adds so much of a layer of it. The writing on this show is tight as hell. Ray's acting and her not giving a fuck while also showing emotion within it. She's doing an amazing job of acting, and she's carrying obviously 99% of this show at this point. And I've read somewhere that there will be episodes where it's just her. So much of this series and so much of your ability or interest in the series is going to rely on feeling Carol and almost going on this. Again, I'm quoting Vince somewhere. I don't know where he said this, but I'm paraphrasing quote of Vince somewhere, that we're going to get like a reverse Walter White. You know, she's going to go from this horrible, annoying person to a good person. We're going to see the process of her becoming a better person. Hating all this happiness, which I think is wonderful. Okay. Yes, my trivia question, my poll question in the live chat right now. And thank you for anyone that's laid a vote. Lay that vote. I don't know. I'm talking really weird right now. I'm laying votes all over the place. But please, shut up. Can you give me a hand grenade? Please do it. But yes, if you haven't and you're in the live chat right now, please like this video and share it out if you can. Right now is the important time so we can get as many people. I don't know how many people are hooked as I am to this show and watching it every night at the moment it comes out on the night before, but I am, and that's why we're going on live right now. So we'll be living here at around between 10:50 and 10:30 every week. So again, if you're listening to this at a different day or watching the podcast, the video cast, or listening to the audio cast, and you want to join in the live fun, you can do that on Thursday evenings, Eastern Standard Time at 10:30 p.m. We will look forward to it. There was another random Star Trek reference in here tonight. Not that they're blatantly obviously doing it because of any association with either the Borg. There's been so much talk about the Borg in reference to this because it's probably one of the most commonly known group consciousness kind of thing. You know, like assimilate, resistance is futile. But another one in Star Trek that could be even an interesting one to think about in this way is the Great Link. And we'll get into that a little bit later. OW says, so nothing really happened in this episode, or am I missing something? I think we're still sort of setting up the slice of life elements of what is going on. I think for so much of this series, the thing that we're going to be watching isn't necessarily actions happening in the moving to incredible changes. It's character. I think this is very much going to be focused on Carol's journey individually, and I think tonight was just more of her acceptance and understanding of how there are no limits in this universe. She's basically in Grand Theft Auto with cheat codes right now. And she can do anything she wants. She can order a tank if she wants to order a tank. Let's get this party started. Oh my goodness. I want to make you happy. My puppet is Odo. We got Debbie Betty mind meld. Yeah, the mind meld comment. Yep. We got the mind. I just don't understand their survival instinct. Something light years broadcast away that signaled to spread that virus. But they're okay with giving her an atomic. But exactly, OW. Are they stupid, just naive, or deceptive? That's my question. Or I have several questions. I think the point to answer your previous statement tonight was about raising even more goddamn questions. I'm sure there's some amazing Theorycraft people out there. If you haven't already, check out my another one of my wonderful co-pilots in this podcasting stuff, in streaming stuff. Tony Teflon TV put out a couple of awesome theory videos, and there's other people that do theories and stuff like that. But we got Locutus of Borg in the live chat. Unbelievable. But tonight's episode for me raised so many more questions, and I have thoughts, I have theories, but I still need to see more before I sort of have anything specific to offer in that way. But so much happened tonight in the way to just make me go, wait. Even just all of that with the hand grenade and that whole situation, but at the same time being like, yeah, you got a month or so to figure this out. because we're going to be working night and day to figure out a way to convert you to our side. But they won't hurt her. They can't hurt things. Is that true, or is that bull crap? Resistance is futile. So we've been talking about the Borg, the hive mind thing, but it could be also similar to the Great Link consciousness thing, and especially where the early changelings, before they have time, when they send out the baby changelings that just set out, they're naive and they have to learn from their surroundings. So again, is this thing duplicitous and manipulative? Is it stupid? Does it really not care? Let's get into procreation. What's the procreation schedule? Do they have I mean, some of these questions will be raised again when Joe gets in, or if you have your comments or questions, please call or text in 781-990-8509 or throw it in the live chat right now. All those kind of things make me wonder. I mean, also, those trucks got there super quick. Were the trucks just hovering around? We'll be right there, Carol. We'll be right there, Carol. Don't worry. We got John Haymaker, who is Locutus of Borg. You are looking Locutus. Very Locutus. We got the amazing Edward Martin in the live chat. Hooked, no doubt. It's great to have you. I'm hooked to talking about the show, and I'm hooked to have you guys in here. It's great to have all of our friends in here joining the fun. It really means more to me than you know. Again, we'll be back here every week. Share your thoughts. Get your thoughts. They're kind of like thoughts, but not quite eloquently expressed enough. But this definitely has so many questions, but I'm loving the show so far. I don't need all the questions answered ASAP. Absolutely. And I think this episode was an episode that was more about more world building and understanding what kind of place we're in. The question to me, and the answer is I trust Vince to see where he's going to take me, is where is the setup of this is something that could be as simple as a really awesome episode of The Twilight Zone or Black Mirror or something like that. Or it could be this extended 2 or 3, I think Vince has said 3, maybe 4 seasons. He's been asked on several occasions what his vision for this series is. And he said 3 different things. Number 1, he said, as long as Ray wants to do it. Number 2, he said 3 seasons. And then another thing, he said, 3, 4 seasons, maybe something like that. So he has a plan. He has a thought of where this is going. Thoughts of possible things that could happen. What if people suddenly wake up from the hive consciousness for a second, and then they get retaken in? If we see that these things it isn't an exact science with what they're doing. They're just trying to shut off the power grid in a proper way. They're shutting off, they can't just focus. They're learning, on the job training kind of thing going on. I tried to say. Jay, that is an excellent, JT Moore in the live chat. Thank you, Jay, for popping on in here. And I appreciate you. And the question is a good damn question. What is the clock? Is the clock just to show us the Tony has an awesome video about the numbers and colors and that kind of stuff too. But the timer, it's obviously to tell us, instead of doing 2 years ago, 2 days ago, 2 hours later, this thing. It's an interesting way to do it, but it also has some significance in the story and knowing what we're seeing, and some things might not be in sequential order. And we might be seeing things that happen before, happen after at different times throughout this series. So it's a way of keeping track of what's happening at what times. But it does create an interesting element, like something is building towards something. And I'm keeping track, and as we go through a recap, we'll mention general points of where those numbers are, what those numbers are, and what they mean. And let's track that. Let's try to figure this out. I'm curious of what you guys in the live chat think, because you all are smarter than me and people that are listening to this podcast. It's this group consciousness that's going to figure this shit out with this show. Resistance is futile. Okay. The trucks were like right around the corner, right? The trucks were just hanging out in a loop. What is this maximum? For a second, I thought we were in maximum frickin' overdrive. The aliens will be welcome. Debbie, It is. I'm just waiting for Joe to show up. It's definitely that time. We've got the amazing producer Gotti of the show, one of our producers here, who allows us to do what we're doing, and also our first co-host of the post shows, my Breaking Bad co-host. If you're curious of how long we've been doing this, our first show we ever covered here on this channel and this podcast was the final season of Breaking Bad. Yeah, that was it. But not the whole final season. I like to think that we did the whole final season, but we didn't. We did those that last half, those last few episodes. Gotti says the clock is T minus or T plus to the point of the mind. Okay, so it's showing us how much time either pre or post the event has happened, just so we can always keep track of where within the timeline we are. Nonfiction says, I didn't know Vince got his start writing and producing The X-Files. I believe by the end of The X-Files, he was essentially co-showrunner. They sort of split up the episodes and they each sort of ran or pushed half of the episodes. This is my thing with The X-Files. I never got into it, but I know it's a quality show. And yeah, that's actually how Vince met Bryan Cranston, I believe. Yes, Mark A. Houston. I have the Mike beard to prove it. Numbers have significance probably because of the frequencies, I'm thinking. Oh, excellent point and theory. Debbie, she did donate to the Sierra Club twice. Yes, she's a good person, this Carol. Okay, so a question I want to ask the chat or the people listening to this. If you were in Carol's position or one of the 12, how would 13, I guess it is now, how would you be reacting? Would you be reacting similar to Carol, like a what the fuck? Or would you be like Casanova McBoner and be on Air Force One with the harem of your choice? Or would you be faking it with your with your Borged out family and kind of going through the motions of that? And I think essentially that's one of the big things that Vince is kind of trying to do with this series, I think, is kind of face us all with those questions, how we would act in these kind of situations. And I don't know if I'm exactly Carol. I'm close. I'd like to think I would. But would I be like, okay, bring me, I know I can't eat animals, but can you bring me some plants to burn and smoke? Animal love cookie. Would I be doing that? Whoa, look at that chat zip by. Ho, 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 ho. You guys are amazing. Speaking of the X-Files, smoke, smokity, smoke. I would be kumbaya. Keep that freak-ass mind meld away from me. OW says, would anyone want to be... Okay, and this kind of essentially is my question as well. And let's kick it from OW's question. Would anyone want to be part of the hive mind if given the choice? I think I'm more of Carol, and I'd be strongly against it. So OW answered my question without even realizing it. He jumped into my hive mind. Hey now. And he predicted and projected what he thought as well. And I mean, I like to think I wouldn't as well. I mean, I guess we're tripping back to some Matrix territory here, right? A little bit. Like just in the Joey Pants red pill, blue pill crap. Like, would you want to get into the hive mind? But do you have a choice in this situation? Joe and I were talking about this a little bit last week. If you were Carol, where is this going? Essentially. And I'm not saying, oh, Vince, where's this going, dude? Well, this doesn't make sense. Hey. I don't know why I turned into half a Rodney Dangerfield there, but you get the picture here. My question is, if you're Carol, and again, we're putting on our Carol hats here, you motherfuckers. Everyone say the F word, every other word. Let's be Carol. This is going to be a very, very curse-heavy podcast. We're sorry, everybody. But we're sorry how excited we are and yelling and screaming. It's essentially. But wouldn't your goal at a certain extent is just to kill everybody? I don't know. I mean, they're basically telling you you're marked. You're marked for death. What is this? Is that a Steven Seagal movie? Whatever. The point is, if you're Carol and you're in this situation, what is your end goal once she sort of gets used to it? Because these first couple of episodes are really her getting used to what the rules or the elements or us, the audience, find floating into this in so many different points in ways that I can't wait to break down of different things that happened or were said at the end of last episode or this episode, how they were doing it slowly but surely and no one died, and the government found out, and then they had to amp up the process, which they suddenly rushed the process, and then was it 80 million people died or some shit like that? I got the numbers written down somewhere. And Carol also has the Cartman power to kill people. Whatever. Sonic says, bring me a tank. Dude, I get no respect. I can see the hive mind bringing Phil to the supermarket, and then Phil just walks out with a big bag of Cheetos and Gatorade. We'll say Coke Zero and pizza rolls, and you're close. Oh, we get the amazing Amie in the live chat. I can see that, Debbie. Vince wrote the script for Hancock, which is similar to Carol in Pluribus. Interesting. I didn't know he wrote the screenplay to Hancock. Thank you, Jay. I'd be the prepper guy hiding in my hide hole. And we get I can see the hive. Yeah, but they would definitely be bringing me to the supermarket. I'd be like, can I have some pizza dough? What I gotta do? 800. So people, I was underselling it. 866 million. Nonfiction says, I'd ask to go see Area 51. I mean, you got to think that some people, I mean, they're doing tours of that, right? Or every person suddenly has seen Area 51. It's pretty incredible when you start thinking of the way, and that's what I love about this, the whole hive mind thing, the group consciousness thing is being used as very much a dark comedy element. But it comes and it goes at different times. And when it pops in the story, it's kind of like, oh, fuck. Like, oh my God, you know that? Or the way she's offering information. But how much new thought can they create? And how much is just regurgitating all the group consciousness kind of going in a fishbowl all around? Are they really going to be able to figure out a cure for Carol? Because I don't want to get too TV obvious, but there's no way Carol turns to the thing, right? Because when she turns, you got no show, right? No, or maybe the show turns. Well, this is Vince, so he's gonna do the unexpected. A couple things I heard Vince say over the week, whether it's a metaphor for AI or the pandemic or something like that. He learned from his own mistakes, he said, in Breaking Bad. This is an interview I heard with him, I'm paraphrasing, where he was so locked into what this is going to be that right now that there's probably going to be some sense of ambiguity to some elements of Pluribus. He wants the audience to kind of figure it out themselves in some ways and define it themselves. So I do think there are going to be points of action that happen, but I do think there's an element of freeformity to everything that's going on right now. He probably has, knowing him, he has an endpoint. He has an idea of where this is exactly going, but a lot of the way he's having more flexibility to his thought and how this is going. So we shall see. 886,477,591 people, but that's before Carol offed another 11 million. Damn. OW says, I would be less aggressive than Carol and try to use the collective hive mind to find an antidote, since they were okay giving her an A-bomb. So they would definitely be okay with finding an antidote. That is an interesting way of going about it, OW. Have we heard them say no yet to anything? She was pushing that earlier at some point in the episode. Like, will you say no? Will you say no? Will you say no? But I don't know if they've actually said no to her yet. So if you do something like that, like help me find a cure, as much as you're working to turn me into you, work as hard to try to turn everyone back. That would be a will they say no to that kind of situation. And that's where I go. And that is the deeper question I have. One of the more deeper questions I have. One of the deepest. One of the deepest questions. No, one of the more deep is, again, is a lot of what they say bullshit? Or is this earnest, honest, genuine nature real? To me, I think it feels like there's something else going on, that there's some sort of, how you say it, there's some sort of deception in the air going on. That they're telling Carol, placating her, but no, are they? Because they're directly telling her, we're working on a way to convert you. So, I don't know, but it's hard for me to imagine that there isn't something more nefarious going on. And we're happy. We can't hurt a fly. And again, another thing, all the animals are free. They opened up all the zoos and let out all the animals. I wanted to wait for Joe for this. I'll bring it up again in a second when Joe gets here. Joe should be here in about 10-15 minutes, I'm guessing. So they just let all the tigers and lions and I know, fuck zoo. Like, this isn't about what's best for the animals, bringing them to the preserves and bringing them back to nature and all that sort of stuff. Did they make sure all the animals went back to like the proper places and protected them? Are the animals included in the group consciousness? Oh, well, I don't know if Joe's listening because he just said on my way. He just texted me on my way. But so if or did they just release all the tigers and that tiger went tiger? And there's just tigers rolling around. Is this like Jumanji where there's just animal gangs rolling around the streets? Or are they included in the hive mind? Have we seen dogs and cats yet? Where are the dogs and the cats? I know there was a line about all the dogs have been released from their owners or wherever it said, but I got 2 dogs on the couch that don't want to be released. Yeah, they're somewhere mauling. I'm ready for Carol to take them all out Rambo style. I hope this is, I was saying it earlier, Carol is playing a giant game of Grand Theft Auto with amazing cheat codes. Gotti says, can we take them for face value? I'm so naive that never occurred to me. And that's the thing. Exactly. Can we take them for face value? I'm not sure. That's one of those things I'm very curious to hear what Joe says. Who was the gunman on the grassy knoll? And why was there a little missile cannon thing coming from the sewers? I'd ask to read the CIA headquarters files. Absolutely. 100%. My ex-wife is under the hive mind of fucking laziness, says Mark. It's like Tiger King, says John Haymaker. Debbie, oh baby, there'd be some maulings. There'd definitely be some maulings. So that's my question is, are the animals included in the group consciousness? How about orcas? Like, are the orcas? I mean, the orcas are on our level when it comes down to it, right? Like, in dolphins and whales and shit like that, like in some orangutans or chimps or whatever. Like, are they in on the group consciousness stuff too? Or is it just human shit? Is it specifically targeted as humans, or is it all animals on Earth? And those are some questions I hope that they actually get into in this series, and I feel like we will. If you read the Foundation series, spoilers for a 40-year-old book, Gaia is created, which is a very much a pleasant hive mind like this, but you get the choice. I tell them to show me the Roswell UFO. Someone already said that earlier about Area 51. People would be all up at Area 51. I really feel like they're hiding something, and she won't find out until she explicitly asks the right questions. OW, if this is as Tony put out an awesome video on it. A couple people have also kind of pushed, metaphorically some sort of AI thing. That would be very AI-ish too, because that's how when you're talking to it and you're trying to get some information out of it, you have to verbalize it in the exact right way sometimes. I'm blocked on the text on the screen, I guess. No, I don't think so. I can see you. I'm ready for Carol to take about Rambo size. No, I can see you're still in there as far as I know, Amy. Naruto's run. I do feel like they're hiding something. You're actually number 3 in the top fans race. Not the top fans race. It's one of those silly things that YouTube has right now, where you can check on in and see who's winning in the chat right now. We're talking. We got the dirty one in here. Let's get Joe into the conversation. Let's see. Joe, can you hear me? Oh no, he can't hear me yet, but we can hear him. Give me 1 second. There we go. You can hear my ass now.
I sure can.
You can hear. Can you hear us, Carol? Are you okay? So I had a thought. I had a thought before we start that you would be very, very, very much like Carol in this world. Like,
oh God, what the fuck, you two, man?
You would be like.
I don't think I would be more like fucking Uruguay, Paraguay.
Yeah, I mean they're the same person, right?
Oh, dude, very different. Very fucking different. It took him 13 days to find him. It's not like he's in the fucking Amazon either. He works in a storage facility, so there are people around him. Like, there's so many things. I'm like, it's been 4 days. She knows nothing.
Nothing.
No,
nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Like 4 days. You think it would take me 4 days to ask for a hand grenade or a bazooka? You think I wouldn't have murdered one of these people? I've already killed 1 million by yelling at him. You don't think I would have fucking yelled at him like seven more fucking times?
You'd be constantly yelling. You'd be screaming.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, asking for a hand grenade? You don't think I would just show, like, oh, is that so? Like, how many times has she asked them, told them, like, made it perfectly clear, don't bring up fucking Helen's name, and she hasn't murdered this bitch sitting on her couch. She should have pulled the fucking pin and put it in her fucking blouse and been like, no, don't touch it. We both die right now.
She tried to save her. Like, she actually tried to save her.
Yeah. If someone was drowning in a pool and you would throw them a life preserver, well, yes, I would, no questions asked. But like, if I recognize the person, because now, like, who's fucking drowning out there? Like, if I realized that they were drowning and I threw the wrong person a life preserver, I would absolutely rip it out of their fucking hands and push their head the fuck underwater. Like, you don't save Hitler from fucking drowning, do you? No, right. Like, what I don't understand is the whole grocery store is fucking empty, but what, these trucks are like fucking
dude, the trucks were like a block away.
Fucking trucks a block away.
Were they circling? Are they just circling, waiting?
Exactly. What were they fucking... Did they just finish emptying the store? Had they just fucking left? And she completely missed everything this woman has said to her. Like, oh, we don't kill animals, none of that. Oh, so you're all vegetarians. Ideally. Which means no. As far as I'm concerned, once the food available is gone, they're all going to die. This is a zero-sum, kill them all in the most humane way by letting them all just starve to death, peacefully going the way they want to go, because now they are all...
So you think whatever's controlling this thing is their goal is to kill all of humanity, and this is just like us?
Their goal is to get rid of intelligence that can decipher what has come to them. Listen, if I can kill everybody on your planet,
so why don't they kill Carol?
I ever fucking get there? Because they don't kill.
But they'll okay,
No,
so
no, no,
so
no,
so
no.
they don't kill
The
wait, give me a second. So they don't kill like Batman doesn't kill, like at the end of Batman Begins, where he's like I won't kill, I don't have to kill
Here's
you,
the thing.
but
Here's
I
the
won't
thing.
save
If
you.
if I'm an alien species coming to invade you,
Yes.
and I have the technology to create a pattern of a virus and send it out in languages and in codes or whatever the fuck they did, so that all these other alien species can decode this. I'm putting something in this virus also that makes everybody a 100. You can't even cut a stalk of fucking broccoli. You cannot kill anything
Chopping
purposely,
broccoli.
intentionally. Nothing.
broccoli.
Which means when my spaceships arrive, if there's anyone still alive, if for some reason the food stores have not been completely depleted and there are still beings on this planet, they won't kill me. Because they can't fucking kill. But if they do go through all their food and all their shit and they all die of starvation, now I can just walk onto a completely fucking empty fucking planet and take all the natural resources.
Do you think that's where this is
Am I
going?
wrong?
No, if that's and that
Either way, you're safe when you get there.
Do you think that's where this is going? Do you think
Yes.
you think it's going to alien invasion essentially?
Either one of two things. This broadcast was sent out 100 billion fucking years ago, and that species is long since gone, and we're just getting their shit now.
Like it's like the Star Trek
species was able to thrive and
Star Trek
survive and take over galaxies and systems because of this, and they've thrived throughout their solar system, other solar systems, other galaxies, and then
like the Voltrum Empire, like they send out like invincible or
essentially, but instead of sending out like a person to go soften up the planet, it's just a radio signal, and if your species is intelligent enough to decipher and create this and do this to yourself, it also means like there's also species out there that won't do this to themselves. So, right? That they won't have a scientist that's stupid enough to take everything off and let the rat fucking bite them when they're dealing with shit they don't understand. We take all these protocols, and I probably wrote these protocols, but they don't really mean anything.
Not tonight. Tonight we gotta get out the Patriots wrong. We gotta watch the game, dude.
Right? Like it's just
So essentially, speaking of the rat, or to go to something I was saying before you got on here, we missed a few things from episode 2. That a lot of stuff happened. We'll talk about this at the end of the recap. I have the stuff we missed from episode 2.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to talk about that's just off topic. There was something that was said in episode 2 about they opened all the zoos, which is great, released all the animals.
There's lions and tigers and bears roaming
That's
around.
what I'm saying. Are there lions and tigers and bears roaming? Are they included in the group consciousness?
No. Here's the thing. This is my thing. They didn't just release all the lions.
Are the orcas included in it too? Like they said released all dogs, cats.
You have millions of industries that don't have anything that they need to do anymore, right? Because there's this mind hive collective, stocks are no longer a thing, right? Businesses aren't going to be running like they were. There's no need to produce cars. We have all the cars. We have all the mechanics. We don't have to make money anymore. We don't have to do all this shit because we're all just going to communally live in this utopian whatever hive mind.
Lions and tigers, so am I.
So as you say, like, I don't know where I was going. I just lost my.
Oh, I was just what I said before, that was those lions and tigers, like they opened the zoos.
Right. So why wouldn't they? They don't have to just let them out, right? They can take them wherever the fuck they want to go.
Right.
Fucking Middle Eastern chick just got on a C-137, 4750, or whatever it is, and flew all the way to Carroll, and is like bringing her.
That's fair. They could
they
could clear out a country. They could
bring every animal back to its natural habitat.
No, you wouldn't necessarily want to do that because the animals that were in captivity would have trouble going back into the.
But you don't want to keep them in captivity either.
So what you would do is you have cities. You could just like say, hey, we're going to completely empty Paris. Like, we're going to move all people out of Paris and then move all the lions to Paris. The lions are going to own every lion that was in captivity.
No, because that would be just as bad. They still wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know what to hunt. There wouldn't be enough big game around Paris for them to eat.
I guess.
Like,
right.
You bring them back to where they are, where they're supposed to be. If they don't make it, they don't fucking.
Do you think the animals are included in the group consciousness, or it's just a human thing? How about chimps and orcas and whales?
So
and
that brings in questions of whether or not it was how they, I don't know the right terminology around zoonotic exposures and viruses.
We like Carol need a
and
scientist.
That's a big fucking thing. Like there's a lot of shit I don't know about everything, right? About everything.
Joe, you don't know anything about nothing,
right? I know nothing. I'm worse than fucking Jon Snow, right? Like in most
you
rooms,
can't even
most rooms, if there was 4 professionals and me, it would be, as fucking Tim says, shut the fuck up, Joe. Yeah. Right? Like that's honest. I know a little bit about a lot of shit, and I know mostly nothing about everything, right? So, but what I do know is Carol isn't asking any fucking questions. She isn't trying to. Why call this guy 800 times? What's so important at this point for you to get home, aside from your safety, security, comfort fucking reasons, and that you know that nobody can bang down your door with a fucking rock?
Joe,
why didn't you tell those cats, bring me to Paraguay? Bring me to him now.
Do you know what the problem is? Do you know what the problem is, Joe? And this is why
He's an idiot.
Close. This is why I love real people in shows. Carol is a fucking drunk.
No.
She's a drunk, dude. She's drunk. You're not a drunk.
I'm a drunk.
No, you're. I'm a. Not yet. I'm a pothead. Like I'd be like I would.
Listen,
I would have trucks of weed driven up.
There's a million fucking things that.
But Carol is a drunk dude. She's been drunk the whole fucking
Wonderful.
time. And she's not making smart decisions and thinking things through right now. Well, you said it earlier. It's 4 days into this, and she's basically been drunk for 4 days. So she's not really to the point where she's thinking logically. She didn't even think that they'd give her a real grenade at that point. She opened that thing thinking it was bullshit, thinking it was like a Pez dispenser or some shit.
Yeah, I found that all to be pretty stupid as well. Like honestly, Phil, I have so much faith in Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, hop on, buddy.
I really want to see where this goes, but 3 episodes deep, well, I am questioning. There's a lot good about this. Some of the shots, the way things are set, some of the back and forth, but I'm not feeling any kind of actual. Dude, you can't be experiencing what you're experiencing, and still be how you are. Now, I know you're a pothead, Phil. And now I'm telling you, Phil, what can I do to make you happy? How can I help you, Phil?
Pizza.
And everybody's this weird fucking person.
Give me pizza.
Sudden, right? Maybe I'm one of the people that fucking died. I fucking kivvied out and fucking died next to you. Or I was driving the car you were in and crashed into a fucking pole or whatever. Like, whatever the fucking case is, you're not going to behave in this. I don't find this realistic.
I find it realistic in the way. First of all, it's science fiction. Yeah, it's not supposed to be realistic.
I know. Second, I'm not talking about the science fiction shit. I'm talking about the human action.
Right, and I'm telling you myself, in the first 4 days of this, I would be in shock. I wouldn't be able to function. You're asking how I really would act? I would not be able to function.
We are baseline unfunctionable fucking adults to begin with.
Fair.
Right? I try extremely hard to maintain my 40-hour-a-week job. You remember how I was a long time ago.
Yeah, but
I couldn't hold a job.
You're telling me
for a lot of reasons.
You're telling me if the shit went down, you're not locking yourself into a room.
No.
You're not.
The fuck on.
You're not. I am. I'm fucking hiding.
I don't believe you are either. Okay, yeah. Yes, Phil. Fine. I can believe that you are hiding. Do I believe you're answering the phone and talking to this person and calling them randomly to ask them for shit?
I'd be cursing them out. I'd be cursing them out.
You'd be cursing them out. But I guarantee you'd kick in your neighbor's fucking door before you called them to reopen fucking Whole Foods.
It's true. I would definitely.
You'd have noticed 3 days ago that nobody's been in the fucking neighborhood, and you'd have just snooped through every fucking apartment down the fucking street.
True.
That's what I would have.
But if I was in a dark,
I would have been through everybody's house in my neighborhood. I'd have been fucking gathering guns and any weapon I fucking found personally. Absolutely. Everything, swords, knives, fucking kitchen knives. I'd have a backpack full of every sharp object I found in everybody's fucking house, any kind of projectile. I'd have my own fucking arsenal at this point. They would have to be like, we've been watching you from the drone, and you seem to be collecting a fucking arsenal. And the person that said that to me would get shot in the fucking
Joe, you
face.
don't even have to you don't even have to collect it. You just have to ask.
Yeah. Oh, what? You're just going to give this shit to me? Great. And as soon as she handed me the fucking hand grenade, I would have pulled the pin, shoved it in her fucking pants, and fucking walked away.
That's kind of what she did.
I would have already killed this woman. I would have killed this woman on the plane. I might have killed the 2 fucking pilots on the plane. Like, there's very little, like, I'd be so upset right now. I would take it like, you say it's not an alien invasion. You just explained to me it was a signal beamed to us from outer space, and we created this thing, and now everybody's acting like this. Okay, it is an alien invasion. I'm going to kill all of you. All of you that have this conscience need to die.
I agree with that. That's what I was saying before you got on. Like, I think Carol is going to come to the same realization that you did. It's just not happening as fast as you would like. I think
part of humanity is the fact that we are all unique individual snowflakes, as Mr. Pitt and fucking as Tyler Durden puts it. Tyler Durden puts it.
Joe, you're going full Walking Dead here, but let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this episode.
KTOBH, baby.
Let's get into this recap. I can't go
to the back of the head. All of them.
I can't go too crazy again because I have 2 sleeping dogs right now. I don't want to wake them up, but next week we'll go full crazy recap. But let's start out. They know everything you ever did, Phil. They know everything you ever did. No. Everything you ever told anyone. Yeah. Yes.
They know.
Yes. They don't know everything I did though.
Anybody witnessed, they know.
They don't know everything I did because not every horrible thing I did someone's witnessed.
No, but so if it hasn't been witnessed and you told someone,
I haven't told this stuff I've done. I haven't told anyone, not even you or Nick.
No, agreed. But if you did it with someone, they know.
Not if I didn't leave any witnesses, Joe.
Like I'm saying though, there's horrible shit we do that we don't think there's witnesses to, but we have accomplices.
It's true. Or someone might be watching from a window, you never can tell, and they recognize you because someone else would recognize you.
Right. Yes, exactly.
But that's where we get into the interesting. I think, Joe, I appreciate everything you're saying and keep judging it in this way, but I think I don't want to say it in this way, but I don't think we're in reality. You know, that's the other element of this.
Well, of course. I mean,
this feels like I'm not even sure if Carol. This is my point. I'm not even sure if Carol at this point thinks this is really happening. I think she thinks she's in some sort of holodeck dream episode of Star Trek or some sort of fucking Twilight Zone. That's a good point. It's more Groundhog's Day right now than it is anything else. You know,
that's a good point. How much acid have I taken to know whether or not I'm sleeping or awake?
And it's only 4 days. I'm saying, like, if we're saying this,
when you're awake, Phil.
It's 4.
You know if you're awake. You know you're not sleeping. You know you're not still drunk. Okay. So you're telling me right now we're in a dream state.
We could be.
We could be.
We could be.
And on top of that, not only are we dreaming
in a television show, we could be. In a television show, we could be.
Batteries, and we're in a simulation.
In a television show, we could be. And
but that's just it.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy too.
Based on reality.
It's a comedy.
Far, they haven't really made me laugh.
It made every episode.
The grenade shit wasn't fun. Oh, so you just the most humorous part so far was the pin pop. Not the pin, but like the handle pop when that.
This show's cracking me up every moment. Personally,
it's cracking me up mostly because I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? How stupid is Kim being right now?
It's not. It's not.
I know it's not Kim, but
leave Kim alone. Okay,
there's so much wrong with this, but I'm willing to stick it out because I'm hoping. See, I've never saw the original that this is made on. This is like a remake.
No, it's not a remake.
Yes, no, it's a remake.
Of what?
It's an absolute remake.
Of what?
I didn't read the full article, so I kind of glanced over it. I didn't want to know. I honestly didn't want to know, but this is a remake. I'll find the article and send it to you.
Send it to me. I know it's influenced by a couple of things, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And like influenced and remake is 6'7", 6'6".
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
I know. Stop.
Old,
you sound like
right?
78 years old.
I know.
Okay, so we open up. There at a close up of some snow. 260. I think it was 2,617 days before 10 hours, 30 minutes, 40 seconds. Yeah. We hear someone giving a tour of an ice hotel, which this place looked fucking awesome.
This place looked fucking stupid. You will never catch me in a fucking ice hotel.
Dude.
I don't want to go to a hotel to freeze my balls off. My house is cold enough for 3 months of the fucking year, and it costs me $1,600 a month. Fuck that. You go to Cancun before I go to fucking. I live in New England. You live in New England. You want to go fuck, dude? Go sleep outside tonight.
You're such a hater.
Put your coats on, and there's a park down the street. You can go sleep at. Big deal.
If I can look at the Aurora Borealis,
snows the first night this year, and go sleep out in the fucking park. Pay me $150 to do it.
$100,000 to stay in that room. If I can look at the Aurora Borealis, I might do it.
Fuck that shit.
It was
that's a stupid. I'd rather. There's so many better places to go spend fucking a night or two than in a fucking ice hotel.
It was
the stupidest fucking
nonfiction.
Can you not touch anything? Don't touch the walls. You might melt the sculptures. Like, so you have to keep your fucking gloves on the whole time? Fuck that place. No way.
Again, Joe proving that he is Carol. The director of the Better Call Saul episode directed this episode. Gordon Smith, I believe it was. On nonfiction agrees with you, the worst hotel in the world. If you're able to freeze them off, were they really there? At least you don't have to worry about bugs in that icy hotel bed. I wouldn't want to sleep there, but I'd want to see that visually. It looked fucking beautiful, dude.
If there were bugs, you wouldn't feel them because you're so fucking cold. You're numb.
You can't tell me that didn't look like a beautiful place, at least, that you'd be happy you're in.
I don't need the walls to be ice. Paint them white.
It can be a projection.
Get some good plaster laborers in there. I know guys that could make shit like that out of plaster.
Oh, you get some theater guys.
Oh, dude, man. Yeah. Get some drywall guys that would blow your fucking mind.
Get some drywall theater guys that can create magic.
Yeah, dude. You've seen that shit. You see what they do on TV? Oh, wait.
On stage. See, you fucking... No, what they do is I'm assuming they actually went here and looked into this ridiculous place.
That instead of rather just fucking had some schmuck make it in Vancouver.
No, I think these episodes are dumb expensive, and I believe they probably
for no fucking reason because they could have made that set.
I'm pretty sure they spent the $100,000 to stay there for a night. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't you if Apple was like, here,
dude? I'd be all over that.
Me. I'd be like, my salary just got bigger by fucking $95,000. Hey, fucking crew man, come build me a set for $5,000.
Nonfiction says, I live in central New York. Woke up to snow the other day. All good with that ice and cold.
Oh yeah, all good with that. My boy in Toronto sent me pictures 2 weeks ago of snow.
Oh, fuck that shit. The wall is an ice sculpture. It looks really cool though. Carol's like, what the fuck? 100. She's like Joe. She's $100,000 for this shit. I'm gonna freeze my eggs. And guess what? There's a hot tub upstairs. But Helen is loving this. Carol's just a complainer. She's like, dude, the bed is made of ice. We flew all this way to freeze like Walt Disney. Helen, see, all that, I'm sorry, I find the dialogue hilarious. Helen is like, take your time, dude. Helen is awake. Oh, I just got your message about something you forgot.
I was supposed to go to Katie.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I thought it meant you were gonna leave and go walk away.
No. I'm telling you, I'm hard, Phil.
Oh, okay, thank you. Don't send me pictures like that of like ice sculptures of so Joe's showing me something else he's doing with ice right there. I don't want to see that. Okay, so they're in Norway. They got that feeling. So this is on the bucket list thing. She finds out. This is one of the things that I absolutely relate to as a. And you can kind of relate to this too, Joe, I bet. Where Carol they find out she's on the bestsellers list, and they're like, you're in the top 20. And she's like, top 20? Am I 11?
There is no more bestsellers. Yeah, you were in the bestsellers list. Nobody's ever writing another fucking book.
No,
Because
that wasn't.
as soon as you think of the book, everybody knows the book.
You're missing the point. That earlier was before.
This was in the ice castle.
This was in the before. I'm just saying, if you're someone that creates stuff and you, even though it's a success, you're still like, oh, am I 11 or am I 20? It's like it's never good enough. But to the point, Joe, do you think, just to bring it back to whatever you were saying there, do you think these things are earnest? Like, that they really can't kill? Or are they keeping Carol alive for some other nefarious reason to tap her creative energy?
I think they're telling 100% the complete truth because there's no reason to lie.
Right, because if they could kill them, they would.
Right.
If there was any way, because statistically, mathematically, the thing that makes sense would be just to destroy the 12.
Just to kill the 13 people.
13 people, yeah. There'd just be no logic to not doing it if you could, right? Right.
And that's why they're working around the clock to bring these 13 people in, so they will die with everybody else.
That doesn't make sense to me.
By not eating.
So again, it's the Batman thing.
Why doesn't that make sense? Why doesn't the
So they want to kill you in a different way. They can only kill you with specific reasons.
They're not.
They're just knocking our. Again, it's like Batman.
They're bringing you into the fold.
It's like, no, but they're to kill you by what you're saying.
Just to bring you into the fold.
So that they don't want. So you're saying they don't want to starve them then?
No. You choose not to eat. You've chosen not to eat. Everything each individual has done has been a choice, Phil, because it's utopia.
Okay,
and we're all happy with this choice.
So you think each one of those people has chosen to go to the
what was it? No, Helen said it. We have and I don't remember the words she used, but she said very specifically, not Helen.
The pirate girl.
Pirate said very specifically, we have a biological imperative.
Yeah, she says that a couple times.
Yes. Part of that virus written into that viral code is to reproduce at all costs, whether it be
what do you think the birth rate?
Or by scientifically?
So are they
changing the code?
So are they birthing children at a certain rate now?
No, it's to reproduce the virus, not humans.
So do you think birth rates are they're not gonna have any more kids at this point? Like that again,
irrelevant. They're not going to fuck. It doesn't matter whether or not they're going to have kids. They don't need to fuck anymore. Nobody needs to fuck. I don't need that pleasure. You don't need that pleasure.
It's not about the
pleasure.
Why don't you need that pleasure?
Because I just told you.
But what about the procreation? What about the procreation? What if they scale that to keep human society going? We need to procreate at a rate.
There is no keep human society going.
I thought you said they want to bring them all together for this group consciousness sort of thing.
No. They have a biological imperative for the virus to continue to reproduce. That biological imperative, there's 13 people that can reproduce into. And so it's not.
So Joe, let me ask you a question.
And even though it might reproduce into these 13 people, and then all the people will die, if they can make these 6 million people in the time before it dies, set up a relay, set up a rebroadcast.
So you're all in on
broadcast out to new galaxies.
You're all in that the Klingons are coming. You're all in that this is X is more of a Romulan.
This is an invasion.
This is more of a Romulan thing. Actually.
This is the pre-invasion to the invasion. This is the making the people docile, getting rid of anything that's going to stand in the way of you taking the natural resources that you need in the future.
Nonfiction says, my Air Force One is going to have many babies. We got Sonic, your boy, who's just becoming a member. Thank you for that dime bag of support. Does the hive mind work on planet
Maybe
Vulcan?
This is the same race that threw asteroids at our planet to get rid of the fucking dinosaurs.
Perhaps. I couldn't. It would be amazing if they tie that all in together, Joe. We got a member for 38 months. Thank you so much, Sonic, your boy, for reading up. Does the hive mind work on planet Vulcan? It's funny you say that because so much of what Joe just said actually reminded me of Star Trek V with Cybok. Like, I will take your pain. Like, their people are choosing it. Like, they're choosing to join into this group think of like taking your pain away and going into the situation. Because there
might be plenty of races out there, right, that could get this signal, see this code, see this virus and understand what it is and what it does without ever having to make a sample of it and infect shit on their home world. And then those people would know, like, listen, if you were getting this and you saw that it was a virus or some sort of kind of living shit, like, you have two choices: create this thing and find out what it does, or be like, coming from an intelligent species millions of miles away, how about we wait and see what else they got to say? How about we try to contact them and then wait for another response? Lots of other things you can do before you make something that is potentially dangerous, because your hubris is so fucking great that you don't think you are going to have any fucking problems with it because you've never experienced a COVID on your fucking planet, or a flu, or a smallpox, or a polio, or a plague, the list goes on and on.
Joe,
you know,
what
like
does God?
Ebola. It goes on and on and on and on and on about shit that could fucking wipe out this fucking planet in a heartbeat.
But Joe, what does God want with a starship? Share your pain with me. But the real question of this whole entire episode is what Carol says at the end of this scene, Joe. This beginning scene that I thought was breathtaking, amazing. I know you're saying this is the worst hotel room in the world, but I just thought
it looked cool. But
visually, the aurora borealis was really cool to kind of see, in like a hole in the sky, or like it's a place I wouldn't mind hanging out, but I'm not sleeping there the fucking night. I like go there and have a drink. Like if that was a bar that you could sit and have a drink in, and then you go and you sleep in a warm hotel, like I might do that if I had money to burn. But it is amazing, and Carol even gets amazed by it for a second. But really, the question is, Joe, is it an ice toilet? Like, does your pee melt the toilet? Like, Carol asked that question. I want to know. That the inquiring minds want to know. That my mind went to that too. Is the toilet an ice toilet? Like, am I sitting my cold ass on the ice toilet? Fuck that shit. Dirty Locks, bring me the writers of The Walking Dead and bring me a grenade. Sonic your boy, says Joe Dirty Locks. In a plane, the captain's giving, we snap into the reality. Captain's giving a full speech, but feel free to move throughout the cabin, Carol. And she did save her chaperone from what was that dude? What was that dude's name? Casanova McBoner from the end of the last episode. And and
that whole thing was pretty fucking weird too.
That dude. I mean, we'll talk about that towards
the
end.
That dude was straight up like, "Oh, I don't need a hint. Y'all giving me pussy?
Yeah,
give me more pussy.
Excuse me. Do you enjoy
your pussy?
Excuse me. Do you enjoy
your pussy?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you enjoy giving me pussy? Yes. Would you? Can you say no to me? No.
No. All right, more pussy, please.
Please. Are you smart? What is the square root of the negative 733,222?
Like, I found a lot of problems with that shit we missed.
We'll talk about that
whole fucking dinner. That Indian woman, like, yeah, dude, your kid is not your kid anymore. What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Totally, dude. They're and that is part of what is.
You're not looking at any of your fucking family anymore,
and you're in denial if you don't think some people would be like that. Some people are definitely like that.
But I agree.
We know people like that.
FOMO, big time.
We know people like that.
Like big time FOMO. I am not one of these.
No. Me neither.
I am going to look. You are not my dad. You are not my brother. You are not Phil. And I'd probably, honestly, Phil,
kill me. Yep, I'm telling you to.
You are dead.
Joe, you are dead too. I will absolutely kill you.
I am not part of this fucking collective. Do not believe a word out of my
And yes, as
mouth.
Ledness in the live chat, and thank you so much, Ledness, for becoming a member. $5. Dime bag of support means more than you know. I mean, at least one of them should be on her side. And I guess to Joe's point earlier, or we were talking about earlier, Paraguay Guy is on her side. And
the guy answered, didn't say anything. He doesn't want to talk to us. Okay, that's the first green light.
And there
could be flag.
And there could be other people like that out there too that are off the grid, so to speak, that are just like F this.
Yeah, there could be. Absolutely. And like, so you try calling and calling, he finally fucking answers.
And he curses her out.
No. Silence. And he hangs up as soon as she starts talking.
Then he calls her a punta.
And then she starts talking again. And he screams at her and hangs up, and she does it again. And then she's like, "Chica tu madre, cabron!" go fuck your mother, fag. That's what she says. I'm pretty sure Cabron means that. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. So she yells this and slams the phone 100 times, and that's it. Instead of calling him back so I can get really fucking mad at him because he's living in the same world I am at the fucking moment, take me to him. I have this plane. You do everything I fucking ask. You bring me a grenade later. Take me to the fucking Paraguay Guy. Turn the plane and go there now.
I think Paraguay Guy is going to show up next week or the week after. I think he's going to go to her.
Everything about this episode was really slow. There was zero movement in the fucking story. When we start tomorrow, we start in the same place we were today, with the exception of, we know Paraguay Guy is a bit reclusive, and they will give her a hand grenade or a nuke. That's it. We didn't get anything new. We didn't learn anything new. There's no movement in the fucking story. This whole episode was fucking nothing.
I think if that's what you're hoping for, you're watching the wrong show.
No.
I honestly think that. No, listen, you just listen. I think for your sake, if you're looking for plot movement on an episode to episode basis, I think the plot in the movement is within Carol. And I think we're going to be watching Carol as a character more than the plot.
She's not moving enough. She has no plot movement.
For me, it's moving at the perfect pace because it's still 4 days. Not everything needs to happen instantaneously. You're watching too many TikToks, Joe.
I don't have TikTok.
Or whatever, but you need more like quick gratification. This is going to be a real slow burn, Joe.
There's a lot you can do to move a story along and still make it a slow burn.
Fair. And
a great example of this is Slow Horses.
I haven't checked that out.
Slow Horses tells whole stories, 6, 8, 10 episodes, whatever it is, but they move it along with each episode. There's very little like these episodes that mean absolutely nothing, that don't get you anywhere as a fan. We got nothing. We didn't even get any character development from her.
I feel like we did.
She's exactly the same as she was the first 2 episodes. When she got upset, she screamed. She's
drunker.
And for that matter, Phil, we don't actually see her drink that much fucking alcohol in this.
She woke up in the morning.
We see her drink like twice a fucking episode. That's about it.
She was drinking when she woke up, dude.
Nah, I don't give a shit. No. She was drinking when she woke up at what time?
Nonfiction in the live chat says Slow Horses is fired. Debbie says it actually means bastard, Joe. The next episode looks promising. And I would tell everyone, and Sonic your boy is agreeing with you, Joe. I would tell everyone to inhabit their own bodies, go back to living normally and pretend. Let's continue with the episode. The captain was talking. She's sitting in the back of the plane, and she asked about the English speaker.
And you're not wrong, fiction. Nonfiction. Good point. My family and Phil, yes, they're the first to go. They're the first people I would come across. They're the first people, and they would know I was absolutely fucking serious.
So we learn a little bit more about the other people that are alive, the other people that are the other 12 that aren't English speakers. We got a 68-year-old cat lover. We got a 23-year-old dancer. We got an 89-year-old fisherman. We got an 8-year-old pony lover. And we got a 37-year-old tenor who also loves cats, Joe.
Maybe I probably should have looked that word up before.
Yeah, exactly, Debbie. There's empty bottles of booze. She wakes up with one bottle, like halfway side.
I don't give a shit, Phil.
She's a drunk, dude.
How many bottles of booze do you have in your house right now?
There's none because they're all filled.
No, okay, but like lots of people have lots of empty bottles in their house.
This is the closest to an empty bottle I have.
In the chat.
It wasn't empty. It was like she had drinking half the bottle. And it was, dude, are you really arguing that they've established that this girl has a drinking problem?
I know she's a drunk. You don't need much more than like the breathalyzer in the car to know she's an alcoholic.
Right, and that's why they're not overshowing it. So you're complaining about it on both ends. You're moving your goalposts.
She's not acting drunk though. Anytime,
dude, she screamed at all the people and passed out. At the end of the second episode, she walked away and passed out.
She's depressed.
She passed out drunk, and she took pills and passed out drunk.
I'm not seeing it, Phil. I'm not seeing
They literally showed it.
She has shown
Then you're not
no
watching.
signs of inebriation.
You're not watching. She passed out in the last episode, walking away.
Passing out after the whole episode, which was multiple days.
She was guzzling wine.
Airplane flights, which were hours sitting alone.
Dude, she was guzzling wine. What are you even arguing? She was guzzling wine.
What
She's
are you
drunk.
fucking arguing? Has she slurred a single fucking word?
They showed her pass out on screen.
Once? Has she swerved while driving? There's so many things.
Joe,
Phil.
they showed her pass. She's not driving. People are dropping her off.
Okay, Phil, she passed out, went to bed.
No, when she yelled at all the people at the dinner and she walked away.
And walked away. And
she was drunk and she passed out, dude. And then she woke up, and then they showed her the next morning waking up with a hangover, and she started drinking again. But Nibs agrees with you. I'm also not seeing her as drunk. There's empty booze bottles.
Me too. No, Carol, not at all.
And then Sonic Your Boy says, let's hear what the chat says, Joe. Sonic Your Boy says, Carol drank the booze and took the pills. She has problems. Sonic says, who watches the Golden Girls and still has a mean temper? Carol has serious problems. Debbie says there's empty booze problems. But Nibs agrees with you.
I noticed that too. She's only watching the Golden
Girls. And Nibs says,
TV.
I see her as an alcoholic, but not a drunk.
Correct. An alcoholic is not a drunk. And
you guys are speaking semantically.
Hold on. That goes against my point and for your point, right? But here's the thing: an alcoholic is very different than a drunk. A drunk is drunk, and they're drunk, and they're very obvious signs. Fine.
I'll talk to your
functional alcoholic.
That is relapsing.
Still make rational
that is in the process of relapsing over 4 days. That's in the process of relapsing over 4 days.
She never stopped drinking. That's why there's a fucking thing in her car, dude. That's why she was out at a bar. That's why she was drinking.
Again, making my point. Thank you, Joe. You made my point.
No, because that's her baseline, dude.
Exactly.
That's her baseline. She's a drunk alcoholic making bad decisions like you are a fucking pothead, like fucking Brad Pitt was on the couch of fucking of California. California. You're a functional pothead. You make rational decisions. You have a fucking show. You have your own business walking dogs. You have another side business doing your fucking other show. You have a band. You smoke pot more than almost anybody I fucking know, next to almost more than anybody I fucking know, right? So here's the thing, Phil.
What's that have to do with care?
Same as an alcoholic, dude. You don't. If you drink as much as she does, a couple of drinks.
I get it. I get what you're saying. That doesn't change the fact.
She should be able to make rational decisions.
No.
Make choices that aren't stupid, like picking up a fucking rock off the ground and bashing in her own fucking door like she's knocking for someone to come answer.
You're asking somebody for way too much credit going through what they're going through. You're projecting a superpower projection on somebody that's dealing with the whole world dying, and she just killed millions of people. What was that?
What do I do for a job? Where do I work?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you're not understanding the weight of someone that's not dealing with that kind of thing. Like she's a writer, dude, and she's dealing with people dying. Kind of exactly, and she's the only one dealing with it all alone, and you expect her to make rational decisions?
Better decisions?
No, I expect her to make worse decisions. I'm surprised she's making as good of decisions as she is.
What good decisions?
Like functioning and like deciding to pick up food and eat. Like she just wants to do it on her own. Like she's freaking out, dude. At least that's how I'm reading it. Let's continue.
She's not freaking out.
Let's continue in the episode and see.
She's very much not.
She's freaking out. So what about the Paraguay guy? He hasn't communicated with them yet. He only speaks in Spanish, but she calls him. We talked about this a little before. She's reluctant to communicate with them. She tries. He answers, but hangs up. Dude swears at her and hangs up. And Carol's like, fuck him, and calls again and curses him out and hangs up on him. Carol heads to the bathroom and stays there. She's home. She says, please let me know if you need anything. She slams the door and she gets the mail and she gets something from Fiona.com. When she opened it up, it was like a stress ball vibrator kind of thing. And she's like, you love this at the airport, Carol. And this is where she screams at her and says never to talk about Helen again. I hear what you're saying, Joe, in the way that she drinks every day in real life, so she should be able to, that isn't an excuse for stupidity in the world that they're in now. But I think you're underestimating how much something like this would have an effect on a normal person. You're a pod person. That's like
Correct.
that would
this would have such a great effect.
Yeah,
though.
you would thrive in this world of like killing. She's not you. She's someone that's.
I just found the hotkey. So I understand.
You're underestimating how a sensitive person may be affected in a world like this. Use your work eyes on this for a second.
I'm really not. I am in trying to do that. Not just my work eyes, because my work eyes are one thing, and it's through the eyes of.
I'll answer that question in a second, Sonic. When
that
Joe's
observes
done.
Human behavior at its worst, and human behavior trying to come back from that as well is what I'm doing now, right? Like that. She's continuing her alcoholism. She's continuing drinking. She's maintaining her baseline. She's not about to fucking die of withdrawals and all of these medical things, right? Because she's continuing her drinking. She's basically at her baseline. She could start writing her fucking novel if she wanted. So she's not doing that because she's depressed. Her fucking wife died. She's not doing that because the world is in control, because everything that she knows is completely gone and changed as she knows it. But the things she is doing does not, and I can't foresee anybody that I know in real life, including the people that are functioning alcoholics and functioning drug addicts, behave in this manner, including the people that are autistic, including the people that are fully fucking depressed, including the people that are anxious. Any combination.
She's a character, not a human.
She's a character, sure.
And she
written badly. There you go.
For you at this point, maybe. For me, she's very representative of how I think people would want to act in this world.
How long does she get to behave this way before you're like, enough's enough already?
Well, let's see how she reacts to the hand grenade situation. That's the first time shit's real.
We saw how she reacted.
Not exactly. Not the episode basically ended at that point. But
there's a whole hospital conversation that happens with another fucking drone, and instead of fucking plucking his fucking eyes out.
Oh, where she talks about getting the nuclear bomb and stuff. Okay.
Right. She prods further. Yes, they will give you whatever they want. They will let themselves be raped.
I think you're putting.
Let themselves fuck people they would never fuck.
I think Joe, you'd be horrible in a comedy writer's room. This isn't supposed to be taken as serious as they think you're taking it.
Is it? I don't think it's supposed to be funny.
It's supposed to be a dark comedy. Yeah, it was billed as a dark sci-fi comedy. Dark sci-fi comedy.
Anything.
Again, then sense of humor is subjective. I find this hilarious. I'm laughing my ass off every episode, almost the whole episode.
You know what? The humor is in the hive mind, in how
and her reaction to it. I just find
that's off-putting to me.
Not me. Her
reactions aren't funny.
Now,
zero comedic timing.
I could now to cut Joe.
She told a single fucking joke, not even a mama or a knock knock.
Now I'm muting Joe for a second here because he's not letting me talk. Joe. So Joe can feel that way. You can feel that way all you want, Joe, but. That's the thing about comedy, because I feel the literal opposite. I think she's fucking hilarious, and everything she says is cracking me up. Like her ripping apart the trolling, the cursing, the way she handles it, and the way her reaction to it, to me, has been dark comedy gold. Like it's poetry to my ears. So and that's where comedy's different for everybody. You don't like BoJack. You don't like BoJack. You like big heads. I don't like big heads. I like BoJack. Different.
I like the first season and a half of Big Heads, and the rest, and then it was.
But what I'm saying is, everyone likes certain things. I can there's nothing you and I disagree more on than comedy. You like things that you find funny. I don't find funny. Things I find funny, you don't find funny. Like that. That's just how it is. I think I think the comedy, you're missing the comedy because it's not for you.
Apparently, I wish you could point it out for me.
I will.
What she's saying or what she's doing.
I will along the way here in the recap. Let's get into the live chat before we continue here. Thank you, Pixie. Sonic, my first cousin is a pothead and he runs a successful pharmacy. Phil and Joe, do you cook your own food or do you take first class dining delivered to the door. I cook my own food. I make homemade pizza pretty much every day. Joe, I think Joe mainly gets delivery and pickup.
Yeah, pretty much.
All Joe has to do is watch an episode of season 20 of The Walking Dead, and half the planet dies at the end. Damn it, Joe. I'm a character, not a human. Back in the 90s, that was a very famous TV show. But I do think I like how you're judging this show and looking at it, Joe, and keep doing it. I'm just saying, for me, I'm looking at it in more of a dark comedy sense, and I find the whole thing hilarious, like almost a deconstruction of something like this, of like a sci-fi thing of like we put the fucking angriest person in the world that's like a hilarious Cartman character in a world like this, and just complains and bitches about it and everything.
See, I actually find her to be.
I find her to be relatable, personally.
I find your description of her right there to be so false.
That's what I'm
angry. She's not angry.
She's the most unhappy person I've seen.
No. She's not the most unhappy fucking person. She is very much not. Like, she is far from it. Far from it.
Okay.
If she was the angriest person.
I didn't say angry, I said unhappy.
If she was the most unhappy person, if she was either of these two things, there would be dead bodies in her wake after her fucking lover died, and people are like, be happy, it's okay. Like,
she's not you.
And she's not angry, and she's not unhappy. She's barely unhappy.
She's
barely fucking depressed that her fucking lover died.
Oh my God.
Stop mentioning my girlfriend. How have you not killed this person?
Oh my God, Joe, you're just missing the script. Could it be possibly be a human or hive mole? Could it possibly be human or hive mole? Could there be someone on the inside? I think everyone is, because everyone's in on it. She dropped 11 million bodies. She did drop 11 million bodies. She did it again too, because she was pissed off at it.
But she doesn't necessarily know she did.
She did. She knew she did the second time.
She knows she did. Because they said she did.
Fair. We again, but you've established tonight that you think that these things are 100% honest. So there's no reason for them to lie.
But that's not my point.
Oh, that she hasn't seen it in front of her? That she's like
that exact. There's a big difference between Phil, you opening that bottle of soda, right? Butterfly effect, just killed someone in fucking Thailand.
I'd be just as hurt.
Right? Like,
you're underestimating how sensitive I am.
There's a big difference between someone telling you that and that being the fucking truth. And that being reality. And that being that something that actually just fucking happened.
I'm crying either way, though.
Man, are you?
Yeah. I'm more sensitive than you realize.
I know a lot of people that you would fucking... I watched you kick a kid.
You said that last week, too, but that's different than dying.
I know, but no, it's not.
It is.
It's not. That kid went home and fucking cried.
He did, but that's beside the point.
I got beat up down at the fucking park.
I didn't beat him up. I drop kicked him. He'd kick my ass in a fight.
Never saw him again playing basketball.
No, but he was, he deserved it. He was better than me. But he was a good kid. Okay, so anyways,
I know, I see that it makes you feel bad. I know it makes you feel bad.
No, it makes me feel bad I lost the game. Okay, so we get into Ray watching the Golden Girls, which is one interesting thing that I think happened here in this moment was they made Betty White look so creepy. Go Vince. Someone's at the door, the car drives away, there's a tray with some food, and she slams it, no thank you. She calls, what's the food? It's the exact meal you had when you went to the Indigo Girls concert. We knew you loved it, and the chef thought you were amazing. So
the chef is still alive. I promise we got this information from the chef, not your dead fucking, wife. Helen.
She's totally getting a bazooka. Sonic wants you to tell the kid. He told it last week, but I'll essentially tell it. I was playing a game because Joe told it last week. I guess it's my turn. Joe, and I don't know who he was with.
I wasn't playing.
You weren't. Alone. No, but you were in the car. You're like, Phil, hurry up. And I was playing this kid in one-on-one. This kid was a lot taller, bigger. He almost looked a little bit like Andre the Giant, but he was like 6'5" instead of 7 feet tall.
But wanted to go smoke pot at the back of the park.
Yeah, and no, I thought you were getting in your Camaro and driving somewhere. But either way, it doesn't matter.
No, we walked out to the back to the Willows.
No, I'm pretty sure we got in the car and drove away. I'm almost positive we got in the car and drove away. I'm almost positive.
I remember walking out to the Willows.
No, I remember.
You threw it at him and we walked.
I remember getting in your car and yelling out the window at him after we drove away. But whatever. So this kid was kicking my.
So we might have walked to your house and got in the
No,
car.
no. We went.
We went to the Willows.
You were parked across the street and facing towards Lynn.
We went to the willow trees.
Anyways, no, you're wrong. You're just plain wrong. But that's beside the point. You just let me tell the fucking story, asshole. So I'm playing this kid one-on-one in everything I do. Like it's almost like Karate Kid 3 with Bad Boy. Everything you do, your karate's a joke. Like every move I tried, this kid just blocked me and sent it in my face.
Now, hold on. I do have to say this.
Oh, no.
This was when Phil was still very, not necessarily new at basketball, but his game had not.
I wasn't at my ultimate form yet.
Of his coach.
Right. In fairness, I was never great, but I hadn't reached my ultimate form yet. At that point, I was more in the 3-on-3 with you and Nick and good at doing give and go passes and getting the best guy to cover me when he'd avoid you and Nick, and then you and Nick would win. That's how we beat all those college level guys.
And then I taught Phil to shoot and dribble.
Yeah, eventually I could do that shit too. So, but anyways, and then I forgot. But my point here is this kid is destroying me, blocking all my shots.
No, he was doing better than you, Phil, but he was not. In all honesty, he was not destroying you. But
anyway,
in your eyes, sure, you're losing. You're getting destroyed.
So Joe is like, "Come on, Phil, just finish the game. So I believe, and Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, I slammed the ball threw the ball at his head, and then drop kicked him in the gut, and then slammed the ball at him again. Running jump kick to the gut, because he was a lot taller than me, so I had to jump up.
Running jump knee.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a kick.
To the chest, gut, and like elbow to the head.
And then down goes Frazier. And the giant fell. And then I think I slammed the ball back at him, and I said, "I win," and walked away.
I don't think it was I win. I thought it was fuck you.
I think it was I believe it. In my memory, it was I win. Maybe it was fuck you. I don't think I'm that eloquent. I did my kung fu magic. Okay, so let's get back to this episode. I'm getting that bazooka, says Nims. Nims also says there would be dead bodies, and I'm not close to being miserable as they try to portray her. Nims is kind of on your side with all this. There would be dead bodies everywhere, and I'm not close to being as quote unquote miserable as they make her out to be. Okay, so they get her food. She wants them to leave her alone. She dumps the food. She heads to the market with her market bags. And I get what you're saying, Joe, but to me, again, I read it more as comedy than I think you do, but we'll see as this goes on and this develops. She heads to the market with her bags, like her market bags, and I just thought that was ridiculous. Like, she specifically is like, what? She has the thought to go into the market.
That's comedy.
And that made me laugh. That's what I'm saying. You asked me to point out the things that made me laugh. This is one of those elements that made me laugh. Like her walking to the supermarket, all the things empty, her looking, going, fuck, shit. Like that's good timing to me. That's good comedy writing.
That's comedy, but more in the like, that's really stupid. The fuck is she doing? Like, she sees the doors open. There's nobody in the fucking parking lot at all. No cars anywhere.
I mean, and she seems surprised that all the food's gone. But it's interesting the way it's all gone. It's so cleanly empty. It's like a clean, empty situation. She calls again. She calls the 1-800 pirate lady number. That Zoya the Explorer, whatever the woman's name is. I forget. I don't forget it, but I haven't figured out how to pronounce it quite yet. She wants her sprouts back. She's independent. She doesn't want to be waited on.
I thought she was actually talking about like food sprouts.
No, the Whole Foods
like
place.
Grocery store named sprouts.
Yeah, she wants it. She wants it back.
Like, wow, all she eats is sprouts.
Zozia. Thank you, John Haymaker. Zozia. So she wants her sprouts back. She's independent. She doesn't want to be waited on. And literally, we talked about this earlier. In a fucking moment, the trucks were there. Lots of trucks, and all the people are there. And we get a Vince montage of everyone happy. Excuse me, Carol. And the guy, the main delivery guy, really eats his scenery and his cameo right there. And we get a moment of them freeing things. Joe, this is one of those moments where I'm almost on your side. Like, what were those trucks doing? Like, is there just a distribution base, like, right off the highway? Like, she was saying they brought all the food together.
Not even right off the highway.
And but
literally 10 seconds.
Before we get into that, they had said
it takes longer for me to get to your house, Phil, and that's literally like I can see it. If I go to like the third floor, I could possibly.
Fair enough. If there weren't bushes,
your roof.
If there wasn't bushes enough, we could.
In the middle of the winter, right in the middle of the winter, I could see over the trees. I could probably see your roof.
So what Zoya was saying, what Zoysa was saying on the phone was that they were bringing all the food supplies to one area to make it easier for distribution for everybody. So. Where were those trucks? Were the trucks just on the way to do that and they got rerouted on the way? That must have been what happened, right? The trucks were
just left.
They had just left or some shit like that, right?
Yep.
She does want that Atom Bomb coffee head. And coffee head, welcome to the live chat. Great to have you here. Sonic, your boy Phil, what's on your shopping list in this situation? What would you have to get if the world was falling apart? Me, I'd get the last flour and so I can make pizza dough, I guess. Flour and yeast and shit.
All the cans of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, all the cans of SpaghettiOs and meatballs. Yeah, SpaghettiOs and meatballs for sure. That would be my last resort kind of situation. Instamac. Get some Instamac.
Yep. Frozen foods.
How about you, Joe? What's your go-to shitty food that you would go to in that kind of situation?
Shitty food? You got to remember, like, cows are about to stop being a thing, dude.
You can't eat the cows are. The cows are
They're about to stop.
Could this be a Star Trek 4 thing where this thing is sent by the people for the whales, like the animals? This is actually an animal thing, all the animals got set free in this situation. Like this is all from the animals. I don't know.
We're animals.
We're one of the animals. So if that's
right.
So then I ask my question again: are some of the other animals on this planet affected by this group consciousness? Are all the lions, tigers, orcas? More even so, the orcas and the whales and all this stuff, are they affected by this?
I'm going to say no.
And I'm going to say
they
maybe.
Have shown nothing of that.
No.
Nothing.
And
that's a pretty fantastic thing that you would want to show pretty close.
It's only 3 episodes.
And here's the thing.
Some
viruses take time to mutate.
Someone's got to kiss
species.
And someone's got to kiss an orca.
Or fuck another monkey.
Yeah, we got to do that again. You
don't have to go
for. But that's when we've established that.
Well, no, someone isn't because it's a hive mind. Unless one of the 13 is like, before you assimilate me, I need one more pig.
John Haymaker says you could still kill your own cows. Joe Dirty Locks. Sonic, your boy says I'm under
you could. Here's the thing. I've always maintained this. I have zero interest in being a meat eater if I have to kill the meat I am eating, unless there's no one around to kill it. If there's no one around, if I'm like stuck in the middle of the
if you're on Survivor,
squirrels,
if you're on one of the early seasons of Survivor and you don't have rice, are you killing
a rat and eating it?
Yeah.
No, because I can go a week without food, and I know that as soon as
it's 39 days. 39 days.
As soon as I pass out on Survivor, they're bringing me to a fucking hospital. They're giving me IVs.
and then you can't win your $1 million.
And then they're bringing me back because I'm not quitting. Not my fault I passed out.
Then you can't
bring me back. They bring them back all the time.
Then you can't win your damn $1 million. Pixie Pizza Pot. Oh, I like some pizza rolls. I eat some pizza rolls. I like Mr. Plinkett. I'll eat some pizza rolls. But I make my homemade pizza rolls. That's why I need the pizza dough.
I know how to lobster. I can go catch lobster.
You know the lie? Is lobster an adjective? I mean a verb. Is lobstering? I guess it's lobstering. Yeah.
Right. So I can go do that. I can fish. I can kill. I don't know how to
fish.
Clean a fucking cow.
Dude, I can fish. I can do shit.
I don't know how to clean a fucking cow.
Nonfiction says
a deer. I don't know how to clean a moose. I ain't killing anything like that because I have seen a few things like these nature shows, and it doesn't take long before bugs and other shit start to come at this fucking beast.
I'm disgusted.
And the meat isn't any good anymore. So I ain't gonna go kill something that I can just cut like a fucking thigh off of. So I can have one steak.
Now this was one of my favorite moments of the use of the time stamp thing, because we set up what the time stamp was before the supermarket situation, and then right after, in the middle of the montage, they just fast forwarded 2 hours in it, or like 2.5 hours, and they were like two hours later, and the markets all put back together, and Carol just sat there for 2 hours watching them, which again to me maybe doesn't play this way for you, Joe, but played for comedy for me. It was just like Carol just sat there and watched them put the story together for 2 hours. It's dark comedy.
For someone who's so adamant about wanting to be left alone and go about her thing and is self-sufficient, that she doesn't grab the things she needs as they're being put on the shelf
and just get the fuck out. Dude, I'm with you there. In reality, yes.
So that's the kind of shit that I'm like everything you say is not everything. Like you're on it doesn't make sense to me that the character would behave this way. You either want to be left alone or you don't. For someone who wants to be left alone, she keeps fucking calling them an awful lot.
Exactly.
Showing up an awful lot.
She's a hypocrite. If you wanted to be
left alone, you would have stabbed this fucking cunt in the face or pulled the pin, shoved it in her fucking pants, and kicked her.
It's not her though.
Off your fucking porch.
But she's also realizing it's not.
It is
her. It's not individually her. No, it's that doesn't. What will that do to the group consciousness by killing that person?
100 million apparently.
Yelling at them will do better than blowing that one woman up.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
You know that.
This woman dies. Maybe they all die, Phil.
Oh, okay. Is she the head pod person?
You yell at one, fucking 100 million die. What happens if you kill one?
So
kill one in the most horrible, horrific? Don't even kill it. Torture one.
Joe, I'd have you on a
one.
Joe, I would
Just
have
torture it. I'm gonna cut off your fucking toes. I'm gonna talk and talk and talk until you can't talk anymore. See how many of you die now, Phil? How many of you are gonna fucking die now, Phil? You can't say a word. What are you gonna do?
20,000 people, Joe. 20,000 people just died because of your stupid bullshit. Right there. I'm putting you on a leash and just having you scream at people and die. That's all I'm doing.
Right.
Carol can't get any privacy. All Carol needs to do is a good dog on the carbon down. That's why they're hiding the dogs from everyone. So the market's put back together.
Hold on. If you're really worried about them coming up with this, and you know that many people die every time you yell at them, and you don't want to lose your autonomy because you're an independent person and all that bullshit, why haven't you already screamed at this lady again? Why, when you blew this lady up, did 100 million people not die? Why was somebody coming? Why are you not kivvying on the ground? That's worse than me fucking yelling.
Joe, I think did you actually watch the end of episode 2?
Yes.
Because she did it twice. She did it again, and she killed more people. And the next day when she woke up, she said, "I don't even want to know how many people I killed." Because she did. She did it twice.
But blowing one up with a grenade doesn't kill any.
She didn't blow one up because she didn't actually kill that. That's what I'm saying. Killing one individual host body isn't going to kill them, but mentally.
What happens if you start strangling that bitch while she's on the ground? Telling her she's
she's got to mentally hurt her too. She's got to emotionally hurt her.
Yeah, I can kill you by emotionally hurting you.
So if she's like a silent killer, it doesn't work. So no, sorry. Okay, so let's get back to this this recap here. So 2 hours later, she does all her shopping, and I forgot to mention this earlier on the airplane. I love how just to make her feel better and kind of troll her, they got regular pilots instead of the kids like the last time. And this is where, again, comedy for me, the way, and you were saying the point where the comedy exists for you is in the hive mind stuff. Like reading her mind where the pilots were talking to her and the back and forth was pretty good, fun dialogue. So we get the shot of the carriages, small but fun stuff. I talked about that earlier. She shops, she goes home, she looks around, and the power and the grid goes off everywhere as dark music kicks in. She's like, "You got to be fucking kidding me." Again, you got to be fucking kidding me. You can say the timing wasn't good. The timing was great. Made me fucking laugh. Once again, they call her up and they shut off the power. To me, this shows that these things are inept, Joe. Are they naive or are they stupid? Like they want to give her nuclear bombs. They give her grenades. Is this thing stupid or is it naive? Is it learning? Is it
I don't understand how it could be any of these things. How it wouldn't understand that she was being sarcastic. It has the intelligence,
it thinks
the
it
experience, and everything of all the people ever. Maybe the people that died were all the sarcastic people.
Yeah, maybe all the smart, like sarcastic, acerbic people died. It's true, having all that, but she knows. She essentially comes there with the grenade. And we'll get to that in a second here. Oh, she's like, "Who gives a shit? Keeps me happy." She's like, "Give me a hand grenade that will cheer me up." And as I'm having the worst week in all human history. And I guess what you're saying, your overall theme for the night here, Joe, is that Carol doesn't seem like a person that's going through the worst week in human history.
No, she said that. I thought she said that differently. She said, "Give me a hand grenade because that would top off the best week.
I thought she said but she was saying it sarcastically. Yeah, the best week, which is essentially the worst week. She was being sarcastic.
But she? It was to the hive mind. It's the best week.
Right, but she was being sarcastic and she meant the worst week.
And they would have known that she meant that.
Let's get into the live chat here before we go. How many people would Joe have killed during the podcast tonight? At least one, me. That's for sure. Joe's like, why do I come back for this shit? My Air Force One has a nuclear football, says none. That says the hive mind is like a virus in the way that it just to survive, it's not taking any orders from anyone outside the Earth. And that's the question I have. One of the questions I have too, is it taking any orders from anything outside of, or is the hive mind just centralized within the virus perpetuating?
I agree with Sonic in this aspect. This virus. Excuse me.
Are you okay, Joe?
Are
you getting the virus too?
I've got the virus. It's obviously an engineered virus, and its ingredient list and chemical whatever and all this shit was sent to us. Like, there's no reason to not assume that everything is programmed into this virus.
Yes.
Right? Like, some viruses will do this.
You're joining the virus, Joe.
Like, it just makes sense that you don't have to. If you can infect people with this virus, and this virus has all your orders in it, pre-programmed in it for its host, you don't have to send orders constantly to the hive mind. It's already programmed to do exactly what it needs to be done. And as far as I see, it's stop killing anything, everything. That's it. Live together, live in peace. Don't
so what's
kill
wrong?
Anything.
So you wouldn't want to join that?
No, I'd be pretty fucking hungry.
Me too.
I have to kill shit to live. I have to, whether it be vegetable or animal
or mineral.
I have to kill shit to live.
Okay, so she's like, who gives a shit? Keep the lights. Oh yeah, so they call her and they tell her that they are, which is actually kind of smart. They're like, we're conserving power because we need to use it for some nefarious purpose in the future, and we don't. And since we don't really work at night, we're just going to shut everyone off at night. And you're the only person that needs, you and the 12 other people are the only people that need power. So we're going to like only have power wherever the 12 of you are. So, because
they're consuming power somewhere else.
Right, that's what I'm saying. To do something, some other nefarious need that they're trying
to build broadcast stations that can relay this viral message to the rest of the fucking galaxy and beyond.
Nonfiction makes
an easier way to pick up.
Nonfiction makes an excellent point. We need Scully and Mulder on this. This is much more X-Files than it is Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul.
Only it went too quick for the X-Files to actually happen because Mulder and Scully have either died or are hive mind now.
Maybe we'll see if they show up.
Because when they skipped the whole, like, they said, oh, it took time, but a month in they got wise and we had to like accelerate or whatever. I forget the exact conversation. Skip the whole X-Files
Amie,
part of it.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup. Yeah, that's true, Shredder. You do. Okay, until the aliens start translating what the dog is thinking. Yeah, I want to hear what the dogs are thinking and saying too, for sure. That's one of the things I loved about what was it in Mars Attack? That's the second time I've mentioned Mars Attack in these podcasts. The dog has a thing on its head. I want to eat this. I want to eat you, or something. Joe and Phil, hive mind versus the things from Last of Us. I mean, what would I rather have done to me? I guess I don't care either way. But essentially, if I'm going to stuck in one of those two things, I'd probably rather be stuck in this pluribus thing because at least it seems like
at least you can get laid and a grenade in the same fucking evening.
No, not necessarily. Like, yes, if you're a survivor and if you're one of the 12, that's a weird lottery. Like, this is the question: would you rather be like a freaking bloater?
Would you rather be the cordyceps?
Yeah. Would you rather be
I'd rather be the hive mind.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather be the hive. Like, it's not even a question, right? Would you rather be
But if you're talking about which would I have to fight against?
Who wins? Who wins in a fight?
Who wins?
The hive mind. Hive mind.
Cordyceps.
You get everyone thinking. Oh, I guess they both think like that, right?
Yeah, well, it doesn't even matter because once
Hey,
I infect
if Ellie can beat those little sons of bitches, I'll take the hive mind. That's only one person. Like Ellie's alive, and she fucking beat that, and Ellie beat him in 2 games in a row.
Let me ask you, Sonic, what wins, chaos or order?
Good question, Joe. And
because that's the difference between the two.
Answer us in the live chat. And Pixie, I am full of bullshit.
The fungus isn't necessarily that. Fungus is almost like a hive mind.
I am a Taurus and Joe is a Scorpio. Okay, if people are curious of those such things. So once again, she's turned him off. She's like, I don't give a shit. Turn off the power. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get. And she goes back to drinking more booze. So more Golden Girls as she turns. Joe, this is how I'm reading it. And again, I understand what you're saying about how she's going back to her normal. I think she had gotten to a point. Maybe I'm autocorrect. Maybe I'm reading too much in what I'm seeing. And because I don't feel like they need to tell me. I think the thing in the car says that she reached a bottom already and she's on the recovery stuff. And when Helen died, she went back to her old ways and she's getting drunk again. So, which I guess leads into the thing, alcoholic, not a drunk. But I think I'm speaking of it more synonymously, like as the same expression. I'm just saying she's reinvigorating her old habits. I don't think this is her every day. I think if she had reached a bottom already that we're going to see later, because we're seeing flashbacks of where she had quit drinking for a while and she was going back to it. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. If she has the thing in her car and all that sort of stuff, she's trying to be better. Maybe. I don't know.
Ordered to be better.
Or exactly. Or exactly. We know some people that have gone through situations like sometimes you're ordered to be better. I think she was in a ordered to be better situation and she's just like, fuck it at this point and going all in on it. At least that's the vibe I get. So, but I hear what you're saying, and in the way of she's going back, what we saw at the beginning of the episode in the icy caverns of Joe couldn't get paid $100,000 to sleep there, let alone paying $100,000 to sleep there in Norway up there. That Carol in that situation wasn't jumping to the booze immediately. Actually, Helen was the one that was enjoying the booze more flowingly, and Carol wasn't really drinking in that situation. So I think we're to say that in this situation, she's amping that element of her personality up a little bit more.
Okay.
At least that's how I'm reading it.
This is interesting because I have paid almost zero attention.
I can tell you've paid zero attention. No, I'm kidding.
Now, and that's possibly because there's probably so many shows that everybody's always fucking drinking in. But I don't see the drinking as having affected anything in the way the character has behaved in any of the flashbacks or in anything that we have seen. I think it's
affecting her in some of her comedy. It's supposed to be like Jessica Jones being drunk, or like Barney Stinson being drunk, or like a character that's just a little drunk having some fun. Like.
Right, but let me put it this way: like before she passes out, as you put it, and yelled at the woman and passed out after the dinner, right?
Yeah.
Like she didn't do anything.
She guzzled 3 glasses of wine succinctly, right around.
She drank a fucking keg.
Not even you could do that with her. I've seen you pass out at a New Year's Eve party where you drank like three shots of Southern Comfort in a row. Or whatever you drank.
I drank a 750 in the park
that night, remember? But I remember a New Year's Eve party at my house that you came in, you drank, and you were passed out by 8:45.
Oh, yeah, that was like our first New Year's Eve together.
Yeah, by 8:45, you were passed out in the backyard.
I drank a quart of fucking JD in like an hour and like
you were
5
done.
beers.
That's what you were done, passed out.
At 9 p.m.
Gone. Gone. And that's what she did. She drank three glasses of wine, like guzzle, 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 pass out.
But here's the thing. In the entire time she was before the while she was at the dinner, she was drinking all day, you said. On the planes, all the time. Nothing she has done, aside from immediately drinking 3 gallons of wine, screaming and passing out, nothing else has been influenced by booze.
Fair enough. I do feel like we're dwelling a little bit on that. So let's move on.
But no, maybe that's why I haven't noticed. Before she passes out and you see her drink that, that's noticeable. But all of the rest of her drinking, all of it, they have to point out that she even has any booze in her because of like.
I'm noticing it. I'm noticing.
In that scene, but all of the rest, there's nothing she's done that you would say like, oh, she's drunk.
This show, so far from me anyways, has been doing a masterful job of showing, not telling. And I've seen everything I need to see. Anyways,
I just don't see her making any decisions that are influenced
I
by
just think
booze.
it's
everything's influenced by booze because she's that kind of alcoholic.
Fair.
It's a baseline. And she hasn't done anything that's like, oh my God, this person's out of control. Nothing.
I think whatever. Okay, let's continue here. So we get a great fake neighborhood, as this isn't a real neighborhood. Vince has mentioned that they're shooting this. They built a neighborhood, like fake houses and stuff, so people aren't driving up the houses like they do in Breaking Bad, where they drive up to that pizza house and try to throw pizzas on that poor people's houses. So a car pulls up. We hear music. We hear Carol listening to more "Thank You for Being a Friend," watching Golden Girls episodes, and they bring her a hand grenade, and she's like, "Hey, and this is the thing, Joe. You mentioned this earlier, and I'm gonna say it. She says it out loud. We figured you were being sarcastic, but just in case you weren't, here's the hand grenade. As dumb as and unrealistic as you think a Carol's being, it makes sense based on the ridiculous hive mind we have going on here that's stupid enough to bring this person a hand grenade. And later on, we find out would give her a fucking atom bomb if she pushed hard enough. But is really upset about it. Like, doesn't want her to get the atom bomb. Like, this dude seems upset. We'll talk about that a little later. But that dude seemed really like he didn't want to give her the atom bomb. But if he had to, he fucking would. And I'm not talking about the garbage pail kid card number 1, the most expensive garbage pail kid atom bomb card. I'm talking about the atom bomb. So, blah, 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 blah. And then she asks her, do maniacs drink? And she brings her in and she starts drinking with her because she doesn't want to drink alone. Another straight up mention in the episode that she's like, I don't want to drink alone. Come inside.
Leave me alone except when I drink. But here's the thing. It makes sense that they would give her anything that she wanted. Because if she says, give me this, and they say no, and she says, too bad, I'm going to go get it. Okay? And they have to use violence in any form. That could lead to the death of Carol. Because no matter how hard any law enforcement or any psychiatric care or any hospital or anybody ever puts their hands on someone and tries to put them or restrain them, there is a chance of death. And if there is no killing, there's no putting your hands on someone to stop them from doing what they want to do. Period. So if she says, give me a hand grenade, you have 2 choices. Give her the hand grenade or let her go get one. You can let her go get one, but does that only just then make her madder?
Yeah. I mean,
do you stop her when she gets to the grenade then?
Joe, it's just odd to me in why they care so much about her safety and happiness.
Because they can't kill.
Yeah.
And if they don't try to make her happy, right, and they allow her to fester on her own and don't try to brainwash her, she might get violent and try to really stop whatever they're trying to accomplish.
Full iron seems to be on your side. Only 3 episodes, only 4 days. Now, who's a procrastinator here? Come on. And Sega couldn't hurt her is right. Do maniacs drink? It's okay to bring the grenade. Does the whole world... Okay, should they get into this whole situation? Does, if you get drunk, will the whole world... Will, like, everybody get drunk? And that's not the case. We also get into some whiskey and vodka etymology. Carol is like, how long before you convert me? And this is some important stuff that we hear, I guess. Yeah, Carol is like, how long before you convert me into be a pod person. They're like, we're working around the clock. Could be tomorrow, could be months. Quite a range, Carol says. And this is what you were saying earlier, Joe. Sorry, Carol, we have a biological imperative.
She doesn't press that.
What's that mean? Tell me what that means. I'm not sure if I'm smart enough to understand what that means.
Most species, their biological imperative is to reproduce, right? Even humans, right? We have this drive to have kids, most of us, a lot of us, right? But other species, scientists have decided, have the biological imperative of reproduction. But she doesn't. And another biological imperative for you, Phil, is to eat.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And go to the bathroom.
And those things are biologically needed to be done to survive, to propagate, to be healthy as a species. Right. Now, we don't all have to have kids for our species and numbers to grow, but as a biomass as a whole of all of us humans, enough of us have this drive to reproduce for whatever reason.
Fair. Okay. No, I get it. Let's get in the live chat a little bit.
Even though it's a strain on resources, it's a strain on food, it's a strain on on lots of things. It's a strain on the body. It's a strain on your home and family. It's a strain on so many things, but we do it anyway because, I just love kids.
Don't you? They're beautiful. Why can't you bring Helen back to life? I guess they can in a way, and that's what they're trying to do with her by telling her and like speaking like Helen speaks, like we're part of Helen. Helen is alive in all of us, and it's just pissing Carol off. They can make a synth body and put Helen's consciousness in it, I guess, if they really want. I guess if Carol said, it would make me happy if you created a synthetic body with Helen's consciousness in it, I guess they do it, right?
But here's the thing. It's not, Helen isn't alive in all of them.
She was alive enough to download, I'm using that word loosely.
And it stopped right there.
Her consciousness at that point.
Everything about her thoughts, her memories, her feelings, all of this, whatever was downloaded. We'll say all three of them, right? But they don't grow past. And there's no Helen, there's no anybody, because there's no individuality. So there's no more growth of Helen. Helen is now dead. Everybody is now dead because everybody is now just one.
And they're all but they're also, everything they were at the moment that they died is all uploaded. And what you're saying is anything after that doesn't matter. There's just
everything after that is a new
They're just
person.
Each
person is a finger.
Right. They're just static information at that point. And I just want to say I see a few new names. Full Iron. I'm just going to call you PN in the live chat. Thank you so much for the new folks popping on in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can join us all season. We'll be here every week at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time after the episode airs. I'm dragging Joe the whole season, whatever he feels about it. We're doing this. Same with we'll be back for Night of the Seven Kingdoms as well this year, and Joe and I will also do a couple podcasts on the Stranger Things finales when that pops up soon as well. Great to see the wonderful Jay in the live chat. Nonfiction says Gilligan definitely reads Asimov's Robots and Foundation series. Full Iron says there was a smile in just a frown upside down. Praise on the TV when Carol watched it. I think it was the most important clue. Let me read that again because I bumbled it. There was a quote, "A smile is just a frown upside down" phrase on the TV when Carol watched. I think it's an important clue. Interesting.
Was that when I think that was what the Golden Girls, were they talking about that?
I believe so. Like it was the Rose is a Virgin episode, which I do remember. Absolutely. Yeah. Pixie, I love your...
Why didn't they name you Big Dummy? Because there was already 3 people.
I'm a pretty big dummy, yeah. It's when in doubt, just blame Bloodraven. Bloodraven did everything. They could find a woman that looks like Helen and use her memories. They could do that, John Haymaker. That's a good point. Good catch from Full Iron. Maybe everyone is just trapped. Do you think everyone still exists in there, Joe? Like, is there a way to release everybody? Do you think...
Antivirals.
I guess that would be the way to go. Like
death.
Death is always a way.
That's always a great release.
It's always a way out, Joe. Right? I mean, I don't want to go in there anytime soon. By the way, if you're just tuning in or if you're listening to the podcast much later, Joe, it's been a very good week for us. We got a lot of new listeners on the podcast version of this, and we created a short that did pretty well, and our podcast as well. We got out to people, so we appreciate everyone that watched and checked us out. And if you're, I stole it since AMC ripped us off anyway. I just copied it, and now we're talking Pluribus. We just took the name, we're talking Pluribus. But
yeah, we were doing this shit before the Talking Dead.
It's true. Tony was talking about on a stream we did a couple of weeks ago. He was like, we should have sued AMC for stealing our idea and making it the Talking Dead. But that's beside the point. But he's right. I'm not saying he's not right, but so
I'm not saying he's not wrong either.
Exactly. Exactly. Tony's a wise man. But we're naming our podcast Talking Pluribus. So if you're checking this out, we appreciate another time. Do another time. Don't update my.
And we are not affiliated.
We're not affiliated with anybody.
Or Pluribus.
No, we're totally affiliated. We're the official other. We're not the official one. We're the unofficial podcast.
We're the unum.
But we do appreciate everyone.
Pluribus Springs.
But whenever you're listening or watching this, you can call on in at 781-990-8509. Either leave us a voicemail or call in and talk to us about Pluribus. Only call in if you watched it, if you didn't watch it, whatever. If you just want to say hi to us, do whatever you want. But and ask your questions. We'll tell you lots of lies.
And we'll tell you the answers.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
You might not like them. They might not be the right answer.
But you can call in at 781-990-8509, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What is the best way to stop a hive mind from trying to bring Carol into the other hive? I think she's trying by not eating anything they're giving her. I mean, will this hive tell her, Carol, we've come up with the way to bring you in?
No, they'll just fucking spray her in the face. That's it.
But there's no series if they do. They're never bringing her in, right? Like, that's never actually going to happen, right?
Either she gets brought in and the series ends, or she stops this from happening with others she finds, forms of resistance.
Like I know, for good or for bad, like, where do you think this is going, Joe? Like I think that there's going to be surprises along the way. Like, I know you think it's starting, but I think that's part of the point.
Honestly, where do I think this goes? I think this goes to cancellation.
It's already committed to 2 seasons.
Okay, still, I think that's it. I think it falls off after season 1.
It's doing. You're wrong. It's doing really. It's doing really, really well. People love it. Everyone loves this, but you, Joe.
But me. My fucking Carol over here.
Yeah, you're fucking Carol. That's what I'm saying. The moral of the story is Joe is fucking Carol. He's the only. I'm not saying you're the only person. I'm not saying, and I don't think you dislike it yet. You just have issues.
I have issues, and I don't see them. Like, so far, I have small writing issues, right? The rock on the door, little things like that. Little things. Okay? And then, like, I have character issues about the writing and, like, human behavior issues about the writing. And I know human behavior covers a wide fucking range. Like, huge.
Yeah, I think you're underselling, like, how not everyone's going to have the same effect by this. Right. Some people are going to really just not deal with this in a positive way.
Yes, but
Gary, I'm with you. Gary, I'm with you. 100% amazing show. I'm all in on this shit.
Other issues I have are, for me, I don't like an episode that has no movement for the story.
I like it if it has character movement, and it had character movement for me.
I don't feel like this had any character movement.
Dude, there's going to be episodes of this series that are just Carol alone.
I can deal with that if there's movement, plot movement, actual character.
I feel like there was actual character plot.
Carol is in the same spot when we tune in next week. If this week's episode never happened, there is no difference between what Carol does. Like, there's nothing that happened this week.
It's only been 4 days
from last week to next week.
You can't look at this, unfortunately or fortunately, the way television is dictated these days. You have to look at this as we're still in the first act of a movie. We're not really in a TV show. TV shows don't really exist anymore, Joe. Not in the way this is the first act of a movie, and we'll see how it all plays out by the end of this season. I still think we're in the infancy of the foundation of figuring out what this thing is. So it's hard for me to disagree with what you're saying, but I feel like it's too early to say some of the things that you're saying. I think
you're right, because maybe in episode 7, she says to the fucking Paraguay guy, hey, they'll give us anything we want. We can get grenades and bazookas. Right. Maybe that happened. So there was some fucking plot movement, or this episode did have something to do with a future episode. You're right, Phil. There might be a throwaway line in this episode.
Joe, are you being sarcastic?
Sarcastic.
Joe, are you being...
You can't tell, and
Joe,
you know
are you being
can tell,
sarcastic?
and you know you can tell.
I can't tell. I'm going to agree with you.
When an episode is absolute fucking filler, and I understand you want to give this show praise, and we love Vince Gilligan.
No, start. This is the second time. This is the second time you've accused. This is the second time you've accused me of speaking from somebody else's voice. And shut the fuck up.
I don't know whose voice, Phil.
I don't know what the fuck.
Don't make me come over there.
I don't know.
Figure out if you're in the fucking hive mind right now.
Why don't you come over here and do a podcast in person at least once this season, you fucking lazy fucker? But that's beside the point.
Next week I'll come straight there after work and we'll watch it together.
You should. We can't do a live watch but we can watch it together and then just immediately go live. That would be fucking interesting.
We could do a live watch with the camera on us and nothing of the show being happening.
Exactly. As Full Iron says, everyone loves but Joe. Thank you, Full Iron. I love you. And in Vince we trust. Joe, after 3 episodes, is ready to fucking jump off the ship and say, fuck all. This is The Walking Dead. But
I'm really ready for someone to fucking, like, listen, let's not pretend that Vince Gilligan wasn't sitting in the same building as when they destroyed The Walking Dead.
Do not blame Vince Gilligan for AMC. Right? Joe, you're going too far now. Vince Gilligan has no responsibility for AMC.
He knew he needed to leave AMC, and now what he needs to do is contact us, get me in that writing room, at least to oversee some scripts, and throw this shit back at him like, what the fuck, dude?
Joe, do you know what's hilarious about this?
No movement, no character development, no plot advancement, nothing.
For you.
Tune in. I really...
Now,
tell me where the movement was, Phil.
I've been telling you all night.
Tell me how her character changed.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
You didn't tell me how her character changed. How did it change?
Change? I'm not looking at it for one episode. I'm looking at it for the whole season. And the whole thing.
And so from episode 1, her character is no different than it is today as it was.
It's only been 4 days.
That's the same.
I don't expect her to change Joe, I don't expect her to change in 4 days.
So, okay. So no character development. Where's the plot?
I think there is character development in the way that she's developing her.
Development
you asked me a question. You're going to let me answer the question. I feel like there's character development in the way she's developing in her understanding of what this world she's currently in is. And we're still learning it because we're 3 episodes in. So there's world building going on as building the series of understanding the rules and the existence of this world. And we are avataring through her. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm developing this world and learning more about it pace by pace of each moment in the series. Joe, hold on for your thoughts. Let's get in the live chat. We are all one but Joe. Literally 99% loving this but Joe. Joe Pluribus is doing better than The Last of Us. It got 8.8 on IMDb. Does Joe want Fast and the Furious?
It's better than The Last of Us.
Does Joe want Fast and the Furious? Walt didn't change overnight, Joe. Come on, it's only 3 episodes, Joe. Give it time.
No. He did not change overnight. But you saw the change happening, and you could see it happening.
And I can see it happening.
Decision.
And I can see it happening with her as well.
So
let's continue with this episode because we're not even close to finishing. So Carol's like, when will you convert me? Blah, 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 blah. The biological imperative. Excuse me. If I'm walking by the lake, do you throw a life preserver? We talked about this already. And we get our second Star Trek reference, which is, she mentions a mind meld.
What was the first reference?
There was something about the Borg in first episode, or some sort of
I do
beam me up, or so, I forget what it was, but it was a Star Trek.
I remember that. But for this episode, I do have to confess something.
You weren't paying. You didn't watch it?
No. I absolutely watched it. I just couldn't hear a lot of it. Katie Crow wouldn't stop, dude.
She didn't. She wasn't feeling it.
She wasn't feeling any part of this episode whatsoever. Like, something would happen, and she would rant, and it would be like 10 minutes later, and like I got half of what happened on screen. So there might be a lot of little conversations I missed.
That makes a lot of sense. And that's the series, Joe. It's those little moments.
I understand that. Little moments I can deal with. I can deal with a completely fucking silent episode. Are you kidding me? That could be some of the best television ever. However, from what I did have the subtitles up, and like, it's hard to, God, if she asked me a single question about what she said, I wouldn't know.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Now, did everyone just hear Joe say the dog ate his homework? He just blamed Katie on all of that?
Shut the fuck up,
No.
Joe.
I got enough of it, Phil. I'll say that. I haven't been wrong about anything I said.
No, I think Tim's not wrong either. So let's
he's never been wrong, dude.
Tim's never wrong. What do we learn? And Nibs asks the question that Joe asked. What do we learn about Carol in this episode?
Exactly nothing.
We learned that Carol is, I think we learned some empathetic things about Carol, that she actually, beyond all of her acerbic personality and her attitude and her vibe, when she saw someone in danger in front of her, she tried to help her.
No, we already knew that.
How do we know that before?
Because the guy in the truck.
I mean, I guess it backs it up that even
she ran over to the truck before her fucking wife fell. And she tried to help the dude in the fucking truck, and she couldn't. She tried, and then her wife fell, and it became about helping her wife.
Mm.
So there's a hierarchy of who she helps first and what she helps. But we know that she is, like the other woman said, absolutely going to throw someone a life preserver, because 99.9% of humanity would always throw the life preserver if it was there on the beach next to them and they looked out and someone was fucking drowning.
Sonic, your boy, asked Phil and Joe, if Carol was a real person, would you be friends with her? Yes, I would definitely be friends with Carol.
Oh, yeah. But no, Phil,
Carol's...
please answer Nib's question.
What's Nib's question? What do we learn about Carol tonight?
Yes, because we already learned.
I already said what I learned about Carol.
No, we knew that already.
I feel like I learned more about that, more about who she was and what she deals with in dangerous situations.
No, the more what we learned isn't that she deals with that well. We learned that she's a fucking moron and pulls the pin on a fucking grenade.
I also learned that Carol is somebody that bottoms from the top, essentially. She complains a lot, but she still enjoys herself. At the beginning of the episode, in the Aurora Borealis scene, we saw that she actually was enjoying the view in the moment, but she couldn't help but bitch about it. So there's some element of her that uses. Wait a second, Joe. That uses that attitude and that vibe as a shield to protect her from her soft underbelly. I've learned a lot about Carol in this episode.
I don't agree with that, because I don't care how fucking beautiful it is. If my fucking nuts are sitting in my throat, not worth it.
Fair point. So let me guess. This is she's like, let me guess. It's going to be like a peace-loving postcard, like you're so happy and trees are so beautiful and a beautiful day. And it's all awesome. And it's like a beautiful, like Norway Arctic hotel. And she cuts her off and she says, yes, it's like you're in a hotel made of ice. Joe, if this hive mind, okay, if you're not Joey Pants, but you're in the Matrix situation, which pill do you take? Do you want to be out of the Matrix or do you want to be in the Matrix?
I thought I already answered that.
Yeah, you want to be out of it. You did.
I have no interest in being part of a hive mind like that. I enjoy being surprised.
Full iron is cracking me up
For
tonight.
bad or good.
Joe, full iron is cracking me up. And I forgot that. You absolutely said that earlier.
And let me ask you a question, Phil.
One second. Hold your question. Full says, remember it, though. Don't forget it. Now we learn that the hive are morons for not getting sarcasm, says Full Iron. No, we learned the hive is stupid, not Carol. Joe, what was your question?
Have I not always said when I used to take acid like I did?
Oh, yeah. Wait. You're just saying shit now. You're just
No. That I loved everything about it. All the fucking awful feelings, all the good feelings, being scared.
Wait, Joe. You took acid?
By demons? Never.
You took acid?
Never.
Like
a bad trip was just as good as a good trip for me because
like a vacation.
You don't
in
get
New
to
Hampshire?
experience like that kind of fucking fear and craziness unless you're sick, unfortunately.
Or go to Detroit or something like that. Like
yeah. Like it's a weird kind of thing that like can do a lot of harm. And like even though that's there, like I love feelings. I love all of the extreme feelings. And like I know I don't want to do some of these things because I know how it might feel. There's an empathy to it. There's a so yeah, no, I don't want any kind of hive mind. It's absolutely individuality and let me make my own choices and feel how I feel.
Nib says, I think the only real development was the last interaction with the DHL guy. We'll get to that in one moment here. So she said, I told you Helen was off limits. She gets in her face and Carol grabs the grenade. She pulls the pin and Carol's like, you wouldn't give me a real grenade. And she grabs it from Carol and she throws it out the window and it blows up and she's really hurt. But she says help is coming as Carol runs to her to try to save her. We focus on Carol's hands in the hospital and the doctor, or the DHL doctor guy comes out and it's kind of a wicked cool...
The DHL doctor.
It's a wicked cool shot of a reflection on the floor of him walking. Now he says that she's doing better, she's resting, and she'll be okay. Dude is like, can I get you anything? And your quick thinking saved the day. And she's like, why'd you give me a fucking grenade? Can I get another one? And he's like, okay, sure. How about a bazooka? How about a rocket? How about a tank? How about an atom bomb? Why would you want one? He asks. And she said, to blow shit up, to have fun. You gave me a grenade. Why would you say no to this? And he says, if you truly wanted a bomb, we would talk it out. But ultimately, we would say yes, but we would not feel good about it. We would move heaven and earth to make you happy. And this dude's playing more scared about the bomb. And she goes, I'll get back to you about the bomb. Do you want coffee? No. And he walks away. And that's the end of the episode. But in this moment right here, they would feel weird about it, but they would give her the bomb, Joe.
Right, because stopping her from getting it or obtaining it could cause lots of death, including hers, and they can't kill.
But it would cause more. That would cause more.
You don't know. Not giving it to her could possibly cause more than giving it to her.
They're stupid. This hive mind is idiotic.
No, because it doesn't matter if she kills them.
But isn't their goal to...
No, because they all know they're going to die.
But they have a biological imperative to multiply.
No. That's not what I've said.
No, that's what she said, right?
No, that's not what she said. She said we have a biological imperative. Hard fucking stop.
Yeah, she didn't...
Carol was immediately in agreement about that shit. Or was like already going to infer it. Right? Oh, well, you know what I'm going to say. We have a biological... However that conversation went down, that was the end of it. The biological imperative isn't for humans to reproduce at all. The biological imperative is to let all humans on this planet die. Be gone. Intelligent life gone.
Be gone, humans.
As long as they somehow reproduce this signal. They had the intelligence to get it. Now they need to put all the power, make all the power last forever, and beam this signal off into other planets so that when the master species arrives, there is zero resistance to the
resistance will be
operation.
futile. Imperative is to assimilate, as Full Iron says.
It's the biological imperative is for the virus to propagate and to go further out through the universe, not for humanity at all.
Joe,
to get rid of humanity any way possible.
A couple things. Remnants from episode 2 won't crush bugs. They're all veggies. They let all the animals out the zoo.
They're not veggies.
I mean,
they're not veggies. They ask them, "Are you? So you're all vegetarian?" The response is, "Ideally,
we try.
We're going to eat what is left." She said it. We're going to eat what's left before it rots. We will not kill. You're all vegetarians? Ideally. No, we're not. We don't eat vegetables. We don't eat meat. We don't eat. Period. That's it. We're going to die. They all know it. The only thing left is to get Carol on board and the other 13 people, because if they don't, it could take 100,000 years to get here. Carol and 13 other people could repopulate this planet in 100,000 years. So the idea is for all of them to just be gone. It's very obvious that that's the end game for whatever sent this signal. Zero intelligent life capable of understanding that signal. That's it. That's it. There's no other reason.
Some humans need animal protein. Pixie, Michelangelo is also my favorite. I would go Mikey, Donnie, Raph, Leo would be my order of favorite turtles. Blah, 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 blah. How many died the first month? They did peacefully. Oh yeah, they did it in the first months, like peacefully, slowly, but the military discovered it and then they amped it up. So are we going to see that later, like the military discovering the situation? So what did we see early? Like when we see the rat thing, like was that the...
That was patient zero.
Okay. So then they started to do it slowly, but somewhere along the way
just
amped it up.
The lab, and then just a few more people, friends and family. But and then people started coming, like you see these 6 or 7 people that came, the English speakers. I want to be part of my family. I want to be part of this thing that everybody in my family is saying is so awesome.
And we talked about this earlier, but 886,477,591 people died in this process.
A sixth of the planet.
Whew, that's not quite Thanos, but it's pretty bad. Got to break a few eggs, as she said. Others just keep babbling. Carol gets it. She's shit-faced, glass after glass. She's just the only one. She just keeps... She calls them all traitors, yells at them, "You're all traitors to the human race." She stomps off and she falls down. And again, this was comedy gold for me. She's like, "Get the fuck off me!" as they try to come to her, as all the pod people run to her. She's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" And she curses them out, and they all fall down as some of these people are watching their family kind of fucked up. And she wakes up again and drinks again in the morning. And to the point, they give her bacon and eggs. Do with Air Force One. We talked about this earlier. She calls herself the biggest mass murderer since Stalin. And again, to your point, Joe, she's very casual about it. She's like, "Yeah, I'm the biggest mass murderer since Stalin. I killed all these people." We see this dude is staying there. He's going to go to Vegas, and he wants to bring the pirate girl with her. And she's like, does she want to go? And it gets into this whole thing where she can't decide what she wants. She's like, you two decide.
No. She doesn't want anything.
That's what I'm saying. She can't make an actual decision.
She actually does want something. She wants to make them both
happy. Yeah, both happy.
That's it. She doesn't care what happens to her, because 8 billion people are telling her, or 6 billion people are telling her, make them happy. Whatever they want. They get whatever they want. One of them will yield, and you'll either fuck this dude or you won't fuck this dude.
And Carol's like, you just want to stick your dick in brainless people? And he's like, they're not brainless. And he tests her. He's like, do you want to be my sex doll?
What's the square root of?
Yeah. Do you want to be my sex doll? Could you tell us about the the gross national product of Paraguay? Yeah, I can, sure. And we also find out in this moment that everyone, all of these 11 people or 12 people, like the reason why they all have chaperones of some sort. Like even if she gives up Zoya, I know her name's not Zoya, but if she gives up Pirate Lady, she's gonna get another one. It would,
or just a drone 60,000 feet overhead.
What is your guess of Pirate Lady's origins? I mean, we kind of see her in the last episode. She comes out and she's just someone that looks the closest they could find to Carol's original interpretation of her character from her book.
It looked like she came from the Middle East somewhere. Got on a C-1 military plane and flew it to Carol.
Now, she says she looks like she wanted to stay with Carol, but she can't say it, and she also wants to go with this guy because she wants to make him happy too. And Carol's like, fuck it, and she gets in the plane and lets her go, and she like looks out the window and she sees her, and she just says, the hell with it, and runs off the plane, stands in front of the plane, and gets her off there. And at the ending, we get that John Lennon song. Never thought of but a cover of it, and that's the end of that episode. And those are our that's what we missed in the last episode, and that's the end of our episode tonight, Joe. So Joe, you weren't feeling tonight as much as you were feeling the first week.
Yeah, no, not really. I don't see this as
having the longevity.
There's no big mystery here, as far as I'm concerned.
But can't things? Okay, I mean, does everything?
She's got two choices: let herself get assimilated, or go fucking kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, but I have a feeling it's going to be something that we don't expect.
Sure.
Let's go in the live chat, take a couple questions here. I just binged all 3 episodes for the first time. I love this show so much. Sad I missed your stream last week. Excited for future streams and episodes. You and me both. Joe, maybe not as much, but I'm super excited. You're not at least interested or curious where they're going to go with all of this?
I'm interested and curious to see. This is what I'm interested and curious to see. If he can dig himself out of what I see as a hole he's digging in the first place. Because I've laid out exactly what I kind of see happening and not happening. Like, I don't understand.
But there doesn't have to be mysteries if it's just an interesting story. And I'm compelled to see what happens next. I don't need everything to be some big mystery or some big thing to figure out. I just want to watch good entertainment.
Didn't you see this when we tried to assimilate Data?
Are you talking about Nemesis?
No. Didn't you see this when they tried to assimilate anything in that show?
No. I haven't seen something like this. I haven't seen a character like Carol in a world like this. I haven't seen an assimilation exactly like this. The Borg aren't very happy.
Right. I mean, you already got the logical breakdown of what should happen, so now we're going to get the psycho breakdown of what should happen. Come on. The alcoholics breakdown of what should happen during the assimilation.
Let's get in the live chat. Can I have a hand grenade? 69% of the people say yes. 31% of people say no. 69% of the people, what the fuck's wrong with you? Don't give me a hand grenade. Like,
I said yes.
Fuck you. You're stupid. You give me a hand grenade?
Yes.
I'm clumsy as shit. I'm going to blow up half the fucking world.
No, you're not. I'm going to give it to you, and this is what I see you doing. Just looking at it and letting it sit there forever.
It's true.
Not going back.
It's true. I'm gonna hide it in somewhere far, far away. And Jay, one day we might. The next couple of shows we're going to be talking about. We're talking about the end of Stranger Things. We're also talking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms when that comes back, and I'll try to drag Joe over to House of the Dragon as well. Pixie voted.
If you gave me a can grenade, I'd pull the pin out, try to put it back in all the fucking time, and I'd end up accidentally letting go of that fucking handle like Carol did.
Joe, I think it's been established you're a dumb fuck. So. Yes.
I hope so. I hope that is well established.
I think that's well established for the evening.
I am not the smartest man.
Exactly. We'll take a couple more.
In the room, on the broadcast, in the chat, anywhere.
Well, maybe on the broadcast.
No,
So-
very rarely am I ever this. I am almost never the smartest man in the room, and I'm close to the bottom in almost all situations.
So, Pixie, you are smart. She should have asked them for a button to aim a nuke in the middle of the desert and asked them all to stand there. Grenades are easy, and you can put the pin back in.
And there's no reason for them not to do that, except they have to make sure Carol dies too.
But so again, you're saying that their goal is to kill everybody?
Their goal is for there to be zero resistance on the planet
For the invasion that you see coming.
There is, if that's not an invasion.
I don't think there's an alien invasion coming.
And it's not an invasion. If there's nobody here, it's just moving in.
I don't think anyone's...
The invasion happened. There's 13 survivors, Phil. The invasion has happened. There is 13 survivors.
If you want to
look at it the exact opposite as that Tom Cruise movie that was the remake of the other shit where our bacteria kills all the fucking aliens.
Which one is that one?
The greatest sci-fi movie ever
Oh,
made.
yeah,
the entire universe.
War of the World. Not War of the
That's the one. Yeah, War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Like, our bacteria killed the alien invasion. Instead, the alien invasion, the first bomb is a radio signal. They gave us the tools to kill ourselves. It's not an invasion at that point. When they get here in a billion years that it took the radio signal to get here, if that race is still alive, it's not an invasion anymore. There's no intelligent life here. It's just wildlife. It's come in, mine, zero resistance, take what you will. Humanity died off hundreds of thousands of years before we got here, even though we are what made them die off.
No, I hear you. So it's a way of just sort of it's a way of almost putting in an auto algorithm out there in the world to kill people, to kill planets.
If it's not an invasion, maybe it's a test. You were a planet smart enough to not use the tool of your own destruction that we gave you, and now we will let you enter in like the Vulcans with their warp drive
Now,
theories.
I do think that we're going to get more of that guy. I think that guy is going to be inspired by the fact that Carol wasn't nice to him because he's probably just assuming that Carol's another one of the pod people.
Yeah, and when he yells at her, that's like the only real movement. But then I say, why weren't you just like, go there?
I think she
go there now.
I think she's just pissed off and not thinking logically. I think eventually she would get there, but I think
not thinking logically. She's slamming a big fucking boulder on her front door for no fucking reason.
I think
she's the one that hid the fucking key in the fucking dirt.
I think he's gonna show up to see her.
You're willing to bust your fucking door down but not break a fucking window? The fuck? You're definitely not thinking straight. But 4 days of not throwing the rock through the fucking window? Or the grenade out the window? Like, what the fuck?
Let's take a couple more comments.
Who's the idiot, Carol? Them for giving you the grenade, or you for not knowing to throw it out a window?
Pixie says Joe would blast. I'd stick with both of them during the apocalypse. Joe would blast them probably. Sticking with us, yes. I am. Joe is absolutely my shit buddy in the apocalypse, for sure. I would. I'd stick with him every step of the way.
Mostly because I don't trust fucking any stranger in an apocalypse.
Don't have to worry, get your shit, buddy.
I would be I'd be hiding behind you, Joe. While I try to go to the boys' room.
Shit buddies are important, dude.
But you need them in this kind of situation. Carol doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Carol doesn't have that. Let's take a few more comments here. Joe thinks he will be cool and collected when the world ends. Exactly, Fly.
No. Joe knows he is. Joe Cool and Collective is not running around murdering people, right?
No, that's Joe off. That's Joe off the hooks.
Murdering fucking hive mind people.
We were talking about basketball earlier. When we used to play games with basketball, occasionally Joe would get into a situation where, people were blocking him, getting in his way, getting him upset, Joe would get angry, and then it would turn into, Nick and I would refer to it as like Super Joe Ball. Joe would just get angry, and it would be like, I'm doing everything. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck
And
this.
what would happen?
You'd get your ass kicked usually.
Oh, no. Come on now.
No, you'd score, but that's beside the point. You would get.
Win.
No, it would start the game in our direction to win, but eventually we win with teamwork. But Joe would get like Super Joe dickbag Super Joe moments, and go all in on
No. When I had a coworker tell me once that I have a very strong sense of what's right and wrong, and it was very.
I mean, you think you
it,
do.
like, it stopped me in my fucking tracks.
You certainly think you do.
It was after. Well, no. I have a very strong sense of what I think is right and wrong. Whether or not I'm right or wrong is
fair. Okay, fair. That's a good way of putting it. Joe Dirty
And
Lack.
so, like, when he said that to me, it stopped me dead in my tracks. And he said that to me, like, must be about fucking 15 years ago now. And I think about that shit constantly. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, what does that actually mean about me? Is that a good statement? Is that a bad statement? Like, I didn't have any response for him at the moment, and I still don't know what to think about it. And this guy is a mentor of mine.
I think it's goodish. So, nonfiction says Joe Dirty Locks ransacking homes for weapons and SpaghettiOs. I mean, I'd get the SpaghettiOs.
Yep. I'm ransacking them for Phil SpaghettiOs. Yep.
Yeah, Joe be getting me SpaghettiOs and Nick beefaroni. Tess user. We see a couple of new names in the live chat tonight. Great to see so many new names here tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Also, the story is so flat. The dialogue is flat. Can't believe this is from the creator of Breaking Bad. Thisby says by accident. So not everyone is. So this is. I actually like this, Joe. This is a rarity.
Tess. Thank you.
That
Both
we
of these
this is rarity that we have a. I know you just created an alt account and put that.
I
comment.
did not put this shit
Yeah,
in. I was not. It is
Joe,
not me.
Let's check the IP address.
Look,
there.
Hold on. Tess, type some shit.
No, I haven't seen Tess and Joe in the same place. That's all I'm saying.
Tess, please. Wait. Before I put my hands down.
Sure.
Type Tess.
So, but I like this, Joe. Usually we either both agree something's shit or we're both on something's good. I'm not telling you to not, like, I'm curious if you're going to feel this way a few episodes down the line. I think you're rushing to, as I said earlier, like, it's 3 episodes in, we're still world building and learning what this thing in this universe is.
Yeah, no, here's the thing, Phil. No matter what, I like this so much.
Yeah, people say that.
Show.
What was that? You like this? What'd you say?
I like this so much. I'm watching this show.
Exactly. Like, you're not giving up. Like I know when you don't like something. Like you like it enough to be this invested in being this angry about it.
Correct. I like the premise. I do like the premise.
People saying it was Katie that's jumping in the chat.
No, it is not Katie Crow. She would put Katie Crow in, and she would come down here and be like, "Fuck y'all." She ain't even watching us. She's done.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
She's upstairs watching Housewives and 90 Day Fiance and shit that she missed.
She's like, I'm not hanging out with you fucking guys. I love you, Joe. You're connected, so don't worry about it too much. But your camera's frozen, so you're like stuck on a single expression, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, you just froze too.
It's for you, but like I'm not frozen on the broadcast. Oh no, I am frozen on the broadcast. Yeah, we're both frozen. Interesting.
We pissed the YouTube people off at Google Apple Plus.
I guess. Or my.
Oh wait, that's 2 different companies, isn't it?
Or my signal got weird or some shit like that.
Google Apple Plus.
I guess. Anyways, everybody, this has been a lot of fun. Yeah. We'll be back next week, same time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the episode airs, and to talk about this episode. But if you're listening to the podcast, the audio cast, make sure you call on in 781-990-8509. Share your thoughts and share your perspective on this series. Full Iron says Breaking Bad was flat as shit, and it's in New Mexico. I think we learned more about the hive mind. They will literally do anything to make Carol happy. The new names have also joined. Joe,
Yes, they will do anything to make her happy, but that's not new. That's really just, I mean, it's kind of new because we'll give you whatever you want. We just want to make you happy. They come out, they say it multiple times again, but it's more, I think, it's not new, really.
And let's see. Sorry, Breaking Bad was. I love that situation. Yeah, I think it's gonna get better. Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad started slow, an establishing point. Full Iron says Breaking Bad was flat. It's New Mexico. Joe is frozen. I hate waiting for another week to see the next episode. Phil not froze, just Joe. Yes, there are more episodes, but my screen did freeze for a second there. Yes, there are more episodes, but we should rate it per single episode per release. Breaking Bad was quality. Better Call Saul refined its quality. Previous canon. Pluribus is refined quality without canon restrictions. Atom Bomb, that is extreme. Yeah, Vince knows what he's doing. Trust the process. And sorry for that freezing at the end.
Yeah, that's not us. That's on fucking Verizon, Comcast.
Yeah, there was some weird. Maybe it was my computer, but I doubt it at this point. But we'll see. Anyway, Joe's like, I'm out of time. But everybody, if you haven't already, and you enjoyed this shit, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share the channel with a friend. If you're listening to the podcast, give us some ratings. If you let us know if you made it all the way to this point in time. We care about you. It's hard to end right now, Joe, because we always end when we have the most people.
The most people.
You know what I mean? So, but thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Have a good night. We'll be back next week. Peace. Pixie, you're too shy to join calls. Call on in. If anyone wanted to call, we'd stay on. We'd stay on for any phone calls.
Yeah, man. That's why the call line's at the top of the video there.
Yeah. If anyone wants to call in, say it in the chat right now, and we'll stay on for a couple phone calls.
Give us a call.
781-990.
None of y'all call. You only got fingers.
Yeah. We got Mandrell. I enjoyed it too. But yeah, if you want to call in, 781-990-8509. You still have a chance. By the time this song ends, if we don't get any phone calls, we'll end the stream, Joe. But if we get a phone call before the song, go. If you we got Jay calling in. Jay's calling in to tell us that he's like, I haven't seen the episode. Fuck you guys.
Joe's wrong.
Yeah, Joe's wrong about something. I haven't seen the episode. If you've watched the episode, call in. We love you, Jay, but we're more. But yes, calling in if you want to extend this live stream. It's time to call. 781-990-8509. But if not...
Yes, you mean not deal with the situation.
We appreciate it. But yes, Joe, it's funny. It's funny. Right at the end is when we get the most people. Oh, we do. We have a phone call, Joe.
Here we go.
It worked. Give me a second here. We got a phone call. Area code 773. Welcome to the show. What's your question or comment about Pluribus, and who are you?
This is Amie.
Amie, welcome to the show. See you were plenty brave to calling in.
I am. Yeah.
How are you enjoying Pluribus so far? Are you enjoying the series?
Yeah, it's super funny. I love Carol's reactions. I remember her from Better Call Saul, so
yeah,
it's just super funny.
It's great. It's great to see her again and see her doing some fun stuff. And I'm also really loving it and loving the comedy. So you think Joe's just a big asshole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good answer. That's a great stuff. See, this is why we take calls, Joe, is just so we can find out that Joe's an asshole. No, I'm kidding.
I am
but
sorry,
I love
Amie.
him though.
No, we love Joe. We're kidding.
I will be probably most likely peeing in everybody's Cheerios throughout the season on the little things that I find wrong with this show. And that's not to say I haven't enjoyed the last 3 episodes.
No,
I really kind of have. So.
Joe, I can tell the difference between when you're completely apathetic about something, and when you like something enough to be pissed off about it and like talk about it. So that I appreciate when you're inspired to be angry about something. Nonfiction has an important question for you. How do Tauruses and Aquariuses match up? That's a great question, Nonfiction. Thank you. I hope you got my Venmo for $20 that I
Bulls
sent you.
don't do well in aquariums.
No, I break shit everywhere I go.
But they don't swim well either.
But Amie, what are you hoping for the end of the series? Like do you want to see an alien invasion? Do you want to see that Carol get everyone back to normal? What would you like to see by the end of this show?
I'm hoping to see Carol get it all back to normal. Maybe she'll figure out something like a secret of theirs, gets to know the aliens more. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the humans thus far that talk to her is just not really helpful.
No. It's like when you're on the phone with some weird support agent. It's just bullshit. I also kind of, that would be an interesting end to it if Carol finds a solution to all of this, Joe. Like ends up solving the problem and getting everyone back to normal.
What happens if she says to them, you want to make me happy, stop everything you're working on and work on a cure for this virus?
They would probably tell her. I was saying that earlier. Would they say no? Amie, do you think they would say no? They would be like, no, fuck off. Like, is there anything we can do to get these aliens to tell Carol to fuck off? I don't think so.
What if she says, I'll kill one of you every time?
I don't think so either.
So they would do it. And there you go. There's your solution.
So your solution is to do the genie game. Like when you tell the genie you're wishing the genie for more wishes. Like, I only get 3 wishes. My third wish is I wish for more fucking wishes, right?
Essentially, it's to tell them to stop doing everything they're doing and do something else.
But they're not going to do that. So, but you think they're being...
Okay, and if they don't do it, I'll kill one of you every time. For every second that you don't,
what are you,
I'll find one to kill one.
What are you, Hans fucking Gruber from Die Hard?
Hell yeah, dude.
Jesus.
You have the world hostage right now.
Damn it.
Your hive mind.
Gosh.
Time to get killing.
Carol can use the hive's own rules against it.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Amie, would you be Carol-like in this situation? Would you be, or Joe-like? Would you just be like, fuck this shit, or would you want to join the vibe? I have a feeling you wouldn't want to join the circus here.
No, I think I would try to figure out a way out of it, like Carol.
Yeah, no matter.
We've talked now, Phil and I, for about 4 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours tonight, maybe 7 hours total about this show. And it took us, with you on the phone, Carol, just now.
She's not Carol, it's Amie. You just called her Carol.
I'm sorry.
And that's okay.
With you on the phone, right now, we came up with the solution. How she can use the hive mind's own rules against them, and she can just have them make the fucking, instead of making a virus that changes her, make a virus that changes them back.
Okay, so the 3 of us.
Right.
So hire us on the writers' staff. Is basically what you're saying.
Yet when she has this whole conversation in the airport, you'd give me a hand grenade, you'd give me this, you'd give me that. How about you'd give me a vaccine for this virus that you've given everybody? That doesn't play into it. How about you give me not trying to turn me into a zombie?
I think every time you talk, Joe, 11 million people die. I think that's what we're having.
How about you just you could see this guy trying to think in the airport and access whatever fucking minds he can access to get the right answers, and listening to the hive mind talk to him. Obviously, it's kind of slow. You're kind of fast with your hand grenade, tank, nuclear bomb.
Bazooka.
Come on. Keep fucking going. Fucking talk her into a fucking seizure.
Amazing. Amie, thank you so much for calling in. It means so much. And thank you for checking us out every week and all the support you show me, Joe, and Tony, and everybody else. It means a lot. And we hope you call in next week, too.
Oh, thank you. It was good talking to you guys.
You too. Have a great night, Amie. And thank you, Amie, for talking in and keeping us on for a few more minutes. Oh, shit. It's so loud. Sorry, everybody. I just blew out some ears. Headphone wearers, rest in peace. But everybody, have a good night. We'll talk to you next time. Peace. Great call, Amie. Thank you. Okay, we are.